All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same app. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Yo, beautiful people, beautiful people, beautiful people. Welcome to the Speakeasy. It is your boy, Emmanuel Acho, hosting today because Kieran is somewhere playing with kids. Wow. I could have said that differently, but he is. He's playing 7-on-7 football, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like, not literally playing with kids, not like pedophilia style, but like 7-on-7.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy.
He's doing football with. Anyway, I'm Emmanuel Acho, and we got a great show for y'all tonight. Y'all could be doing anything. You're hanging out with us. We do not take it for granted. It's not just me, my dog. 252 Live. Shady McCoy is in the building. What, LaShawn?
You was getting a little wild right there. This say that guys out there playing football with the kids. Please. Speak easy, safe, all right? Kid friendly.
It is not Speakeasy after hours, and the man behind the keyboard, he got time or he got timeout. The one and only Trey is in the building.
Come on now, what's happening? Y'all know, time or time out. Listen, it's good to see y'all fellas on this great Sunday. I'm excited to see y'all.
Did you mean to go for the monochromatic look? I now noticed.
I did. Yeah, that was kind of the.
Were you trying to blend in with your desk?
Not exactly, but sometimes it just works out that way.
Who dressed you today?
I'm chilling, bro.
No, I said who dressed you today? Like who helped you? Because you thought. I could tell you thought the outfit was fly. So
no, I'm just literally chilling. I got sweats on, Shady, but I don't need anybody. Nobody sees my lower.
He thought it was fly.
I did it. I'm just chilling, bro.
Sure. For sure. Nobody wears monochromatic chilling. Anyway, you want to know who's not chilling? How about the Cincinnati Bengals? Because the breaking news of the sports weekend, it happened in Cincinnati. You may have missed it. We haven't given our thoughts on it. But a first-round pick was traded to the New York Football Giants in a blockbuster move. Adam Schefter put out, the Giants are trading 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence to the Bengals in a deal that will include the 10th overall pick going to New York per ESPN sources. The Giants now obtain the number 5 and number 10 overall pick. The rest of the compensation, Dexter Lawrence, who was disgruntled in New York, he gets a 1-year, $28 million contract extension. So in the end, Lawrence, he gets the trade he wanted. And he gets the money that he wanted. Big Dex on the move to Cincinnati. Shady, let's talk about it because the whole world has been chiming in on this. And I actually don't love the trade for the Bengals. Before coming in the studio, I went back and I watched every single Dexter Lawrence tackle from this past season. I got a cut up where I can watch all the tackles. And on top of watching all the tackles, I can watch all the sacks. I hit one button, I can look at all the sacks. Shady, I hit the sack button and it said error. What the hell you mean there's an error? I rewind, hit the refresh, hit the sack button, it said error again. I went to Pro Football Reference. I said, bro, why can't I find how many sacks Dexter Lawrence had last year? It's because he didn't have one. He had half of one. To me, Dexter Lawrence is a top 5 defensive tackle. No lying on that. However, you don't trade a defensive tackle for a first-round pick unless they are an elite pass rusher. Aaron Donald, pass rusher. A J.J. Watt, pass rusher. A Fletcher Cox in his time, pass rusher. A Jalen Carter, pass rusher. You don't trade a top 10 overall pick who you have the rights to for cheap for the next 5 years for a defensive tackle unless 2.5, they can give you 8+ sacks a year. Dexter Lawrence, half a sack last year, 9.5 the year before. So the year before, he was getting busy. But to me, 2.5, when I think about it, I don't think that Dexter Lawrence was worth the top 10 overall pick, but he is nice. Make no mistake about it. 3-time Pro Bowler, he's nice. What are your thoughts?
It's just funny, man, because I think differently.
I
disagree with you. First of all, Dexter Lawrence, I don't know if the error was working this year, but the error wasn't working the year before that.
Back.
He had almost 10 sacks, right? As the 3 technique. Another thing about defense we always talk about, right? You brought up Aaron Donald. It's one of my best friends. And he always talks about other defenders make his job easier. So when he got Von Miller, now you can't really double team him as much as you want to. If you do, you got to think how you're going to do it. When you bring Dexter Lawrence to the Bengals, he's going to free up some guys. Right? I think of the Bengals. They can outscore these teams, but when they don't, they lose. You put some pressure on the offense, right? Every week it's a pressure on the offense. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Now you got some defensive players and some studs.
Yeah.
He's going to cause chaos in that middle. You keep him there, you get another edge threat in there, they're going to be solid.
So
they need defense, Acho.
I wanted to love it, but here's why I couldn't. At the end of the day, if you are a 340-pound defensive tackle, he's not a game
on his light day.
Yeah, that's facts. He's not a game changer. Like, to me, a game changer is who's going to go into a game and get 2 sacks and maybe a forced fumble? Who's going to go into the game and give you 120 receiving yards and 2 tugs? Who's going to go into a game like LaShawn McCoy, give you 170 all-purpose yards and give you 2 tugs? If you're a defensive lineman, who's going to go into a game and maybe get 4 tackles for loss, a sack, a forced fumble, and maybe a blocked field goal? That's the type of player you trade a first-round pick for. Dexter Lawrence, last year, I believe he had 30 tackles. And mind you, he started all 17 games. I got his stats here to my left. Last year, he had 31 combined tackles and half a sack. The year before, great year for Dexter Lawrence. He had 9 sacks, shout out to him, and 44 tackles. To me, I'm not trading a first-round pick for a defensive tackle unless they are Jalen Carter. And even Jalen Carter went number 10 overall. So you trade a first-round pick.
But you think he's elite.
I think that he is really good. Ooh. Like elite D tackles.
Wait.
Go ahead, yes, sir.
I just want to know because sometimes I get carried away myself.
Yes, sir.
I think you are right now. So you telling me that Dexter Lawrence is not elite?
I think his lack of all pros first team would say he's elite. Two second team all pros.
You're a defensive guy.
Yes, sir.
Right, cool. So I'm talking to a defensive guy. Perfect. Name me 4 D tackles better than him.
Great question.
I got one for the Cowboys. Maybe Jalen Carter for us, but the stats
on this good day, yeah, on a good, yeah.
Okay,
cool. Derek Brown of the Panthers is cold.
Derek Brown's nice.
He's a monster.
He's nice.
To your point, the dude in Dallas, Quentin Williams, he's nice. It's hard to say Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter's peak is to me better than
he's younger
Dexter
and all
Lawrence's
that.
peak.
But right now,
Dexter Lawrence is top 5. Make no mistake about it. He's a top 5 defensive tackle.
When that's not elite though.
Because to me, it's not even because I can concede. I can concede and say Shady's right. He's elite, but he's just not a game changer.
So
you feel me?
Game changer for you is different than me.
Okay.
Because the obvious game changers, God gets to the sacks, the Michael Parsons, the Myles Garrett.
Yes, make a play that changes the whole trajectory of the game.
But on the offensive side, he's going to change the game plan for the offense. We can't run the ball certain ways because he's in the middle. Now we got to keep extra eyes, extra hands on him because he's so good. He's so dominant. Right? Like, that matters, though. When you're an offense and you can't run certain plays because the guy in the middle is controlling everything, that matters. So, to your point, game changer for you is a little different. But on offense, he's a game changer in his own way. He's special, bro.
Does it first-round pick matter? Because here's the thing. If you acquire Dexter Lawrence. If it would have been a third-round pick, I'm standing ovation. Yeah. But first-round pick, Shady, that means there's a world where a player like Caleb Downs, safety at Ohio State, could be available, and now you don't get him. There's a world where maybe somebody like Sonny Styles ends up falling, linebacker out of Ohio State. Now you mess around, and you don't get him. Hell, there's a world where, and this is what Howie probably would have done, 10th overall pick. You can't get nothing for it, I'm going to trade back. And now I'm going to go get 2 first-round picks. Somebody's going to give me their first-round pick next year and their first-round pick this year for my number 10 overall pick. I just don't know. Only defensive tackles to me that's worth the first-round pick: Quentin Williams and Jalen Carter if he is in shape and locked in. But
he's in that same class, man. He's in that same class. Another thing is like, I don't F them picks. What team said that?
Rams.
F them picks, right? It's like, well, you getting a pick, you don't know what he's going to be. You don't know how he's going to transfer to the NFL from college. How he's going to play, is he coachable? All these things you got to worry about. I don't want to hear about that.
Let me ask you this.
I want players that's proven, that's productive. He's all them things. He's productive and he's proven.
How much pressure does the Lawrence acquisition put on Joe Burrow? Any additional?
I think so, because like you're helping the defense out. Right now, you always talk about the offense, all the offense. Every quarterback you know is going to say that he don't have enough help. You get him help like this on the defensive side of the ball, things are going to be different.
Yeah.
I truly think that this is going to help them out because they need defense. While a lot of them games be so high in scoring, you know, guys running the ball, throwing the ball, doing whatever they want to do against the Bengals. I think you bring him in there, it's going to be a different mindset. And he's coming in with some swag. Like, We talking about Dexter Lawrence like he ain't Dexter Lawrence. I learned this. When you have a really good player that's dominant, that's elite, he brings up the value of the defense, as in the attitude. Right now, we got somebody we go to war with.
Yep.
When you go to war with some guys that's not that good, you don't feel as confident. You going to war with David, you gonna feel confident.
That's fair. Rome, you have that graphic or that Schefter tweet. The Giants, I believe, have the 5 overall pick and the 10th overall pick. Does that matter to you? Like, do you trust Joe Sheen? I think the Giants general manager, Joe, what's his name?
Joe Sheen, yeah.
Do you trust him enough to do anything with the number 5 overall pick and the number 10 overall pick?
You know, I love Joe because we got some history in Buffalo. Solid dude, smart for the most part. No, I don't have confidence in him. I see how this thing is played out with Saquon Barkley. I didn't understand that part. Then the whole thing with Daniel Jones, there's just a lot of moves they making I just can't understand. You know, when you look at this Giants team, it's like they kind of have talent, but they kind of don't. It's like everything is one-sided. Everything is on the defense side of the ball. On offense, they're trying to get there, but it's not there yet. So, I don't know. I mean, they're still young. I just don't think that with these 2 first-round picks, I'm not big on this draft either, though.
Yeah.
If you're being technical and honest, this draft ain't something that's like, oh, my God, I can't wait to get more draft picks in this draft. No, it's not. So, for them, I like to see the players that I can see, watch in the league, how good they are. I'll go get them. F them picks.
That's fair. On that note, Trey, I know we got some super chats. Talk to me.
Listen, we definitely got a couple super chats. Our guy Eric Adams jumped in with a $50 super chat and said 2 off-topic things as a non-Eagles fan. I feel like Smitty is better than Brown. And the second thing, the face of the league has to be American argument is dumb. The best players are Shea, Luka, Jokic, and Wemby, and will be for some years.
So real quick, all them names, are they the face of the league? Not a simple question, though. All them names you just named, Shea's an MVP.
Yep.
Going back to back and all that. Jokic got 3 of them, MVPs.
3 of them. 3 of them joints.
And we still in a conversation to question who's the MVP or who's the face of the league. That just shows you right there. Imagine if LeBron was coming in this era. You got 3 MVPs, you the face.
Yeah.
You the face.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, you the face. Like,
yeah.
So we have these conversations, but like if you're not American, it's hard to relate.
Yeah.
I think Shady has a good argument based upon history. Yeah. Like if you're going off history alone, Shady, you can't argue Shady's argument. Face of the league or American. I do think that the league is changing, not in the next maybe 2-3 years. I agree with Shady. I think in the next 5, 10, 15 years, there will probably be.
Because Americans will always have the top best players, as we always do. It's more of us than them.
Deeper players. They don't have the best. They haven't had the best in the last 7 years.
I mean, no. When you say so, the best is like the NBA is the best players in the world.
Got you.
We have way more of them than anybody else. That's why they do. Let's have the world versus America. It's a reason. When we go to the Olympics, every 4 years or 5 years?
4.
Every 4 years, everybody's trying to beat America. Everybody.
That's true.
So all this face of league stuff is like, he's the face of our league in America, but in 4 years, he's trying to kick our butt. It don't even make sense. If you watch the documentary of the Olympics they had, right? What do they call it?
The Dream Team?
The Dream Team.
Yeah.
And you see how they view us and they talk about us. There's no way you could think in your right mind that, yo, he could be the face of our league. How? Because think about it, though.
That's the best argument.
Yeah.
In the Olympics, how you watching the face of an American sport try to beat the American team?
That makes sense.
It is a little awkward.
And then the AJ Brown thing, like, I love Smitty. I don't think he's better than AJ Brown, though.
Yeah. I don't even think Smitty
But I think the argument against is we are better, but their best is better than our best.
Correct.
So that's why you have one best face of the league, one best person in the NBA, and it's shaping up to be a foreigner.
Bro, the problem is it's not particularly close anymore.
It's not.
Like, there's not even an American that's vying for a top 3 spot. The foreigners currently have the best player, the second best player, the third best player, the fourth best player, and then the Americans start to Jaylen Brown, Cade Cunningham, Jason Tatum, Ant-Man. They start to try to chime in Kawhi around 5. Yeah. But that's the other problem. Is an American needs to get back into the conversation.
I mean, but like it's funny because like I'm not even trying to do this, but dog, y'all always trying to compare. It's not a comparison. They have a couple elite top ones. They do.
Yeah.
The Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Luka,
and now Wemby.
Yeah, Wemby's in there. So it's 5. Cool. You got that 5. if I sat here and I gave out some energy and started naming all the all-star players in the league, it's not even close.
Right. After that,
you know what I'm saying? So look, all at the whole world, you can have got 3 or 4. Cool, take that. But we got all the rest.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's hard to be great.
Yeah.
Last point. If I'm a kid and I'm looking at the NBA, like, kids want to be more like the ball kid.
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
They don't want to be
This is
Jokic
facts.
and Luka and all that. It's like, I can't relate to none of that.
Yeah.
Because when I hear, even when you have to do interviews, we don't even sound the same.
Yeah.
Right.
When I even look at my body from how I move, we don't even talk the same.
Yeah.
Even Shay. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, like, I go back to that because the kids is the ones that really run who's the face of the league.
No, I agree. And I think the biggest thing is that I don't know. They're all from different places. It would be different if the best players were all still from Slovenia or Serbia or France. But they're not. Yeah. They have one guy representing their whole country as the best player from that country, and then that's it. So I'm with you, Shady.
We're forgetting about Americans. We got swagger, dude.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
I travel a lot, different countries. And, not every country loves America, obviously.
Right.
But they like our swagger.
Yeah.
Compared to, like, you know what I mean? They just like it. So it's a little different.
Yep,
And
I agree.
Like, my son's favorite player today is Wemby. It's Wemby and Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
When I say, yo, who jersey you want to go get? He's like, oh, I need Westbrook's.
Yeah.
Because in his head is like, I'm not 7'8".
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Westbrook got that whole West Coast type. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta really relate to these guys to be the face of the league. That's all.
No, I agree with that. 100%. Keeping it moving on the super chats. Our guy Thomas Curse jumped in and said, "You gotta admit, the Bengals are contenders now. Love y'all.
Contending for what?
Super Bowl. The only thing worth contending for.
Dexter Lawrence acquisition doesn't make the Bengals contenders. Joe Burrow's health makes the Bengals contenders. Yeah. Dexter Lawrence without Joe Burrow is meaningless, and it absolutely means nothing. Dexter Lawrence does not make the Bengals contenders. Joe Burrow's health.
Well, I think they both do. We've seen Joe Burrow be healthy and lose to Russell Wilson.
He's lost a lot. Yeah, he's lost a lot.
I've seen him put up 40 points and lose to Lamar Jackson. I've seen these times lose.
But here's the thing. Realistically speaking, Dexter Lawrence alone doesn't save that atrocious defense. Thankfully, they've made other moves. I think Jordan Brooks. I think Dexter Lawrence. Jonathan Allen. Like, thankfully, they've made some other moves that excite me in congruence with Dexter Lawrence, but Dexter Lawrence is not Myles Garrett. That's just what I want fans to understand. There's only one Myles Garrett. He's not TJ Watt. He's not Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Like, Dexter Lawrence is not going to come in there and make 3 plays that get the ball back for Shady McCoy and get the ball back for Joe Burrow and get the ball back for the offense. No, Dexter Lawrence is a really good defensive player. Went back and watched his 9 sacks from 2 seasons ago. 7 of the 9 sacks, 5-man pressures. If you allow him to get a one-on-one, he has an opportunity to win with the bull rush. Yep. But if he's always playing a shade, so he's always has the center and the guard. It's just hard. It's hard to be a crazy impact player like that. Yeah. I don't know how many 340 impact players you've seen in history. Haloti Ngata, Vince Wilfork, really, really good players. Yeah. Really good players. Yeah. But not game changers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. Keep going. Go ahead, Javon.
I was saying, like, if that's your answer, then the only game changer you're gonna talk about is secondary guys getting picks.
Yep.
And edge guys.
Yep. And JJ Donald. Like the random D tackle, like Aaron Donald, JJ Watts. Like the random D tackle that can Chris Jones, apologies. That can also.
So you look at Chris Jones as a game changer.
Yes. Chris, he different. I forgot to mention him in the top 5 D tackles. Go ahead, sir.
Listen, we got another super chat from Candy Winslow. I'm gonna say clap it up. I believe Candy is a woman regular. Yeah, for sure. It's Candy with a K. Say happy Sunday, fellas. Way to start my week. So thank you for the best show ever. I had my female nurse coworkers sub to your show.
Oh,
shout out.
That's another round.
Yeah. Facts. We love spreading the word. She said, "Go ladies." I had FedEx send me a Paganos cheesesteak to watch my show. Is that some Philly stuff?
I never heard of Paganos.
I haven't either.
She should be at Max's if she's
Paganos. I'm not sure. To watch my show, let's go Speakeasy. That's all she wanted to say was just get here and show some love. Love it. Thomas Kurtz also doubled down with a $20 super chat and said, watch Dexter Lawrence video of him walking into the Bengals stadium. He said he got goosebumps. He is rejuvenized.
I did see that. I don't care about rejuvenation. Let's play the game. I mean, I get Dexter Lawrence, you're your first round pick, who's incredibly talented, was talented out of Clemson. Ooh, he's rejuvenated. Yeah. He's been good.
Right.
Rejuvenated isn't going to make him.
I had to look up
I
that
think
word
he's
too.
been good.
Rejuvenized.
I think he's been
Nah,
good.
but sometimes you playing with trashy teams. You know you're going to lose.
You're not
That
as
shit
motivated?
matter. Yeah, you're not motivated.
Yeah.
That is facts. That's facts.
Listen, last one I got before we got it. Well, I guess we got two more quick ones. One from our weird cousin. Shout out
What
to
up,
Central
Central
Cast. Said Trey dressed like that unk at the cookout who'd be at the Domino's table the entire time.
I'll give Central Cast that.
While the rest of the
That
family's
is facts.
helping out. The most he'll
That
do
is
is yell at
facts.
someone else's kids about running around. Listen, I am well into that era of my life. If your little badass kids is running around the family cookout, reunion, and all of that, I'm for sure putting my uncle. Hey, sit your ass down. Get somewhere and sit down before I get your mama. I'm in that era for sure. Listen, T Money 917 said, "Hey Acho, if you had to grade the Bengals off-season pickups, what would you give them? Also, who else would they need to pick up to be respectable?"
I'm giving them a B-, and I would love to get another game changer in the secondary, or even like another backer.
Yeah.
I give them a B- because they're trying.
Yep.
The Dexter Lawrence move tells me you're trying. You said I can't get Sonny Styles, I can't get Caleb Downs, I can't get Arvell Reese. They're those, and probably David Bailey and Bain. Those are probably the 5 defensive players that you want in the top 10. They realize we can't get them.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah.
I feel it.
That's all I got.
Let's
Super
keep
chats.
it moving. The other gigantic news of the sports world, nobody was giving the Lakers and LeBron James a chance. That in case you missed it, LeBron James put the team on his back with a record of 13 assists, record for his playoff career, I believe, especially at 40. And the Lakers take a lead over the Rockets 1-0. For those that did miss it, Kevin Durant, he ended up missing that game, but that's an aside. This is what's more important. LeBron James-led teams 13-0 when they win game 1 of the first round. Hashtag scary hours. The odds, though, still. They opened at Houston minus 600, but now Houston only minus 225. Shady, starting with you on this one, G. Do you believe that the Lakers should be the favorites? Should they be the favorites versus the Rockets?
No, they shouldn't. I mean, I think the Rockets overall was probably a better team on paper, right? Kevin Durant's coming back. Austin Reeves is hurt. Luka's hurt. So it should be like that. But, however, I was saying this, in my opinion, I don't think the Rockets is that good. Ooh. I really don't. I went to like 3-4 Rockets games this year.
You did.
And I see them up close and personal on the wood. And it's like, bro, where's the scoring coming from?
Yep.
Hold up. I said I went to the games and watched the games on the wood.
That's you didn't enunciate.
Yeah.
I watched the game on the wood?
That's not what you said.
That's what I said.
That's not what you said.
I went to the game
said,
and watched.
Nope. Can I tell you what you said?
What?
Yeah. I seen them up close and personal. The wood.
No.
Can I just?
That's not what I said.
You said I seen them up close.
It was enough for me to raise my brow. Acho and I, for us both to look at each other like, whoa.
Wait,
what?
I seen them
I
up
went
close.
to the game up close and personal on the wood. I went to the game and watched them up close and personal on the wood.
Keep giving your take.
Anyway.
Keep giving your take.
Yep.
Keep giving your take.
Yeah, so I always said, like, where's the offense come from? Because KD, he's going to score his points.
That part.
Shepard going to get some buckets.
Mm-hmm. He's going to try at least.
Right?
Shangoon is the one that confuses me.
He's going to do well, but he wants to sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm not big on him. I watched Draymond Green at 6'6", give him fits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like that I was like to see. So anyway, when I watch them, they give you a lot of good defense and an inconsistent on offense. So when you talk about the Lakers, they are down some of their players. I think if Luka was here, not even Austin Reeves or Luka, this one of them was there. I think they beat the Rockets.
So you don't see. I think they beat them as is. After watching this game, the Lakers. Here's why 2-5. The Lakers
Kevin
just
Durant coming back though.
I'll get to that. The Lakers just stole a game without LeBron James having to give effort. That's why I think so. LeBron didn't have to play 40 minutes. LeBron didn't have to put up 25 points. LeBron got to be a distributor and a facilitator. Don't get it twisted. LeBron James is the best player in this series. It's just that LeBron James is going to run out of gas before all these other players run out of gas.
Wait. I said Kevin Durant coming back, and you just said LeBron's the best player in this.
And first I said don't get it twisted because I knew you were going to say Kevin Durant's coming back.
Wait.
So I preemptively said don't get it twisted.
Today.
Yeah.
You telling me LeBron James better than Kevin Durant?
LeBron James can give you 30, 13, and 8.
I'm asking you a question.
Yes. But right. I don't want to get sidetracked. Here's what I want to focus on. LeBron James just took a game without having to give you energy. Like, LeBron has a 30-point game in a series. He has one. He probably got 2 to maybe 3 of them. He does not have 5 or 6 of them. I've been watching LeBron in an LA uniform long enough to know, hey, he ain't got 5 or 6 of them for you. But LeBron has a 30 or 2 or 3 30-point games in this series for you. They just got a dub off a Luke Kennard 27-point game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So they stole one. Like, that's the game that the Rockets, y'all can't afford to give away. Now, with KD coming back, that changes things, absolutely. But LeBron can play not even better. He can just do more.
This is what I don't get, though. You keep saying stole. There's no high. They're the home team.
They were the underdogs, though.
That's what I mean.
It don't matter. The playoffs, basketballs do not matter until the opposing team, the away team, beats the home team. That's when the play starts. That's when it matters.
Yeah.
They did what they're supposed to do. So if
you think that? I don't believe you there.
But hold on. So you telling me if the Rockets come back and they win game 2 and it's 1-1, they going back to Houston, that's not a win on their side?
No. Here's why. The longer the Lakers can extend this series, the better. For several reasons. Number one, Luka's back stateside. Obviously, Reeves is too, but Luka has a chance based upon his diagnostic to potentially come back at the end of the series. Number two, the Lakers should not even be able to think about beating the Rockets without Luka and Reeves. So if you're telling me, Shady, now it's a 5-game series after 2 games, bet. The longer the Lakers can elongate this series, to me, it's a win. That's why I said they stole one, not because you're right. Traditionally, how can a home team steal a game? But at the point in which you win a game off the back of Luke Kennard's 27, you shouldn't have won that game.
Every playoffs, you have these moments where role players, right, that you don't expect to do that, they do it. And they play great, right? But the name of the game is you got to keep being consistent. Mm-hmm. And that's the hard part, to do that again.
Correct.
I don't know if Luke could do that again. I don't know if he could be as confident shooting the ball like he did. And then when you go on the road, you got to do them type of things. Yeah. It's funny because on the road, them role players don't play as well. So, listen, I did think that the Lakers could win this series just because I thought that overall, they were, better team, for my opinion. Hopefully having Luka or having Austin Reeves, one of them guys back. But not having none of them back, I don't think they're going to win this series. I don't. Because Kevin Durant does come back. And when he comes back, that's going to be a little different. Another thing is, if Luka or Austin Reeves comes back, them dudes are going to be a little rusty.
Yeah.
Like now, in your mind, we want him to play him, but how many minutes we going to play him? How many minutes you going to play a dude off a bad hamstring injury? Think about that.
Yeah.
Because you want to play if he can play all the minutes, he can play all the minutes. Uh-huh. But mentally, it's like, damn, he is hurt.
Yeah. You got to ease him in.
All that stuff matter.
But here's the other thing. The worst thing you can do as a backup, is let a backup get confidence. Backups know there is a clear line of demarcation between Emmanuel Acho and Shady McCoy. I don't need y'all on Twitter to tell me. We already know. We're a backup. We're a backup for a reason. But the moment you give a backup confidence, they start thinking, hold on now.
Yeah, I deserve to be here.
I was like that in college.
Yeah.
I was like that when I was a man. I was actually better than that dude once upon a time. I deserve to be here. You just let Luke Kennard get confidence.
Yeah.
I'm watching backups across the league. I'm taking unders on all these backups because I'm watching backups from across the league cower in the big moments. I'm watching backups for the Sixers cower in the big moments.
Thanks.
Mind you, you just let Luke Kennard get busy. Jake LaRavia, I was like, he's not even going to want to shoot the ball. He's just going to be scared to shoot the joint.
Yeah.
He came in the game. He started getting a couple buckets.
Yep.
Jackson Hayes still hasn't figured out life.
Oh my
but that's besides the point. The worst thing to me you can do is what the Rockets did. Now the Lakers actually think we can win this game.
I just want to get this straight. Luke had a great game. Cool.
Yep.
You guys never seen role players have a great game and get confidence, and then they don't do that shit no more?
They do. And it's funny because the last time we had this conversation, I said this. You asked me, can Luke Kennard average 15 for the series?
I told you that.
The first thing
they have to do that to win.
The first thing I said was he can go out and give you 30 one night. But can he average 15 for a whole series?
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't know. That's asking a lot of Luke. When I was watching this game, it looked like a mid-off.
Yeah.
2 mid teams that looked really, really bad. And fortunately for the Lakers, they have the best player on the court as long as KD is on the bench. So if you have mid-team and mid-team, with LeBron on one of the mid-teams, that team is going to have the advantage. So if the Rockets don't step it up and don't have a way to run their offense, which unfortunately runs through Amen Thompson, who's just not really comfortable in that role, doesn't have a lot of experience, and they're missing Fred VanVleet tremendously, LeBron is going to be the victor in that battle because he's one of the greatest of all time. So, when you have those 2 teams matched up against each other with LeBron, he is the difference maker. Now, when KD comes back, he's going to level the playing field a lot more, and it is going to be more dependent on those role players. But as long as LeBron is the best player on the court, I don't think the Lakers stand a chance to lose.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like the other thing is you beat the Lakers by wearing out LeBron.
Yeah.
At the point in which LeBron won this game,
with 8 assists in the first quarter,
bro, he didn't have to exert energy.
Didn't have to do anything.
Like, it's one of them fights, and Shady knows this better than me because he knows boxing. To me, beating LeBron is like wearing down a boxer. Yeah. You're not finna knock him out in the first round, but that's not the objective. The objective is, by the 7th or 8th round, them hands gonna start getting heavy, and that's when you go for the kill shot. That's how you beat LeBron.
Yeah.
But you gotta tire LeBron out.
Right.
LeBron probably left this game like,
I'm chilling.
Like I'm good. Like
Yeah.
I can do that. That to me is really why I think the pendulum for this series has swung. The other thing is Kevin Durant. I hope he comes back healthy.
Yeah.
Because if you miss a game, there's not enough time in between NBA playoff games that like he's gonna be back 100%.
Right.
Football game is different. We got a week. KD got 36 hours.
Yeah.
But I thought they probably figured, you know what, we could kind of win this game without KD, give him some rest.
Yeah.
You know, but it didn't work out. You know, so he probably, if he had to play, if it's Western Conference Finals, I think KD would have played. But
game 1 is important.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all though, man. Like, I'm trying to figure this part out.
Yep.
Y'all telling me that if the Rockets win a game, that's not looked at as like a win for the series. That's a big win. You win
if the Rockets win a game in LA?
Yes, if they win next game.
Game 1 would have meant a lot more.
Why?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Well, statistically, it's proven that teams that win game 1 typically win the series more often. Okay. So that's number 1, which is why the odds swung so much, I think, after game 1.
Okay, cool.
On top of that, you setting a precedent. And like Acho said, you've let LeBron get in the catbird seat, which is history proves that's not where you want LeBron. You want LeBron's back against the wall. You don't want to have to come in game 2, shake off the rust with KD, which, you know, he's good at doing. He can easily do that. But it's still behind the 8 ball, I feel like, with KD coming back a little bit hobbled, losing game 1. And if they don't steal game 2 in LA,
because
I think you chalk it up in 5.
We've seen the Lakers win back-to-back games in Houston.
Yeah.
We saw them do that in March.
Yep.
Now, obviously, they had the big dogs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm with, only reason I'm with Trey on this one, 2-5.
And they coach well, too. They are coached
Lakers?
well.
Yeah.
Well, Houston, too. Both of them teams.
Yeah, what I don't get is how the hell is Şengün taking such a step back? That to me, like that Şengün to me was like a big dog.
His game is one dimensional. That's the problem. We thought the last year, okay, he's starting to spread the floor. He's stepping down the perimeter, knocking down shots. He came out this year and shit the bed shooting like 30% from the 3-point line.
I watched Draymond guard him. I knew what was going on.
Yeah, his game is pretty much one dimensional. He's back to the basket. I'm gonna back you down, get to where I want. I'm gonna shoot a hook shot. Hopefully it goes in. If it doesn't, I'm not big enough to get the second chance board and go back up with it. So Jackson Hayes is going to be the X factor in this series, though.
Yeah.
He looked horrendous playing against Şengün. All them slow ass pump fakes that he's biting on at the 3-point line. Again, he's a 30% shooter.
Yeah.
Stop jumping at that. And now you're trying to play chase, catch up to him at the rim, and you fouling him. Now you're in foul trouble. It's just bad. Jackson Hayes has got to step up for the Lakers to win this series. For sure.
Hey, well, speaking of Draymond Green, we may have seen the last of the trio. Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Steve Kerr. The biggest story that nobody's talking enough about because it got hidden in the midst of the playoffs is this. After the Warriors' last game, you can see there was a moment between the Steph Curry, Draymond, Steve Kerr. Steph and Dre been together, I believe, 14 years now. Steve Kerr took over in the midst of that run, took over for Mark Jackson, and now people are saying, and Steve Kerr said to Steph Curry and Draymond Green at the end of the loss, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I love you guys to death. Thank you. Steve Kerr obviously talking about not knowing what might happen next in the future. Here's Steph.
Multiple, for sure. That's more than one. Yes, that's perfect.
Would you be interested in an extension?
For sure. But none of those conversations have happened, so it'll be a busy summer for the Warriors.
Yeah, up for an extension. So that was a reporter saying, hey, Steph, you got more years to play? He said multiple for sure. Then they said, yo, you be interested in an extension? He said, obviously, but that's up to the Warriors. It's going to be a busy summer there. Shady, Steph Curry's
the Warriors. He know they better not play with Steph.
One of your favorite players. That is your favorite team.
That's right. My favorite player.
Has Steph Curry won his last ring in Golden State, though? Is it time to officially say that?
I won't say that. I won't. Everybody messed up before and did all this, and he won another one in 2020. So 2022.
22, yep.
So I'm not counting him out, but we do need to make some moves on this team, right? That's the only thing I'm nervous about is just where are we going? Because like Porzingis, he ain't the answer, right? He don't have that Warriors type of grit you need, toughness. You injured, play through it.
Yep.
I watched that game. He couldn't wait to get out the game. And I knew once he got out, he was not coming back in the game. So we just got to figure out what we're doing. I think we get Jimmy Butler getting back on the court, Steph Curry, obviously Draymond. We need one more big piece. One more big piece, get some defensive wings that can guard and shoot, and we'll be all right. Then another thing is, who going coaches? Because it sounds like Steve Curry out of there. He keeps saying he's the luckiest guy in the world is from his playing career and coach career. I'm like, damn, that's how you just retired. Mm-hmm. So
that was a rare fan take from Shady. I feel like you don't usually give fan takes. You know you do a pretty good job of objective analysis. We got with the exception of your Eagles.
Last year, the number 2 seed Houston Rockets, we beat them. Right? Then we go to Minnesota, the team that went to the Western Conference Finals. Yeah. We beat them the first game when Steph Curry was healthy. Yeah. What's so fan about that? We get to the play-in, right? And Steph Curry has a great performance the game. But then again, he was hurt. He was gone. Yep. My thing is this. A fresh Steph Curry, a fresh Jimmy Butler, a fresh Draymond, for the most part. We need one more piece.
Just one.
Trey, I don't have kids. So I've always wondered, and y'all in the chat that have kids, pay attention because I'm curious this question.
I got kids.
I've always wondered, like, how do you tell your child that Santa Claus isn't real?
Ooh.
That's how I feel right now trying to tell Shady, like, hey, it's over.
It's over in Golden State.
It's over for Golden State. Like, Shady has that youthful joy that kids have before Christmas, that elation of like, what am I going to get? You know, he has that.
Can't wait to set out the milk and cookies.
I can't wait to see another championship in Golden State. And I don't know how to tell my dogs.
Yeah,
my dog.
That's your
my
dog. Yeah.
I don't know how to tell him, Shady, Santa ain't coming down the chimney, big dog. Reindeer's dead.
It's over.
It's a wrap.
Dasher,
done.
Donner, Blitzen,
all of them. The Rudolph and them. He's done.
Cook. That nose ain't shining no more.
At all. With that being said, no Steve Kerr, no chip. Ooh. Steph Curry in Golden State, I don't see how he can win another championship in large part because his mind is willing, but his flesh is weak. Steph Curry told us himself, like, his body is breaking down. His knee, it is starting to go against him. Draymond Green said in the moments when he wanted to tap out that Steve Kerr gave him the words to keep going. Steve Kerr is the hidden weapon. Draymond Green is the hidden weapon. Steph Curry, everybody already knows about him. So, to me, it's over for Golden State. And Steph Curry can continue to build his legacy, continue to make incredible shots that have us questioning if he's one of the best point guards ever, have us question, or the best point guard ever, have us questioning if he's a top 5 player of all time. Steph Curry can continue to do that. But, Shady, if you're counting on a 36-year-old Jimmy Butler when he returns, I believe 36-year-old Jimmy Butler coming back from an ACL injury, if you counting on that, nah, bruh. There's just no way.
That's your opinion. I mean, you say that though, but I just gave you a year last year.
Last year they weren't close.
How they weren't close last year? The team that went to the Western Conference Finals last year was the Timberwolves, right?
Yep. And the Timberwolves weren't close. Am I lying?
Well, listen, this is what we'll say.
Am I like the Timberwolves weren't close?
If the Warriors can they get to a Western Conference Finals with Steph Curry? How about that? Let me ask you that question. And Jimmy Butler and Draymond and some pieces.
Not in this West.
So it's over. So everything's over. It's everything.
They can win a first round series, but really think about it for a moment, Tupac. You got to get past in the first round. You're either going to have to get past the Nuggets, or the Spurs, or the Thunder, unless you're the 4th seed.
The only team
that's doing that math.
The only team that I fear is OKC. All the other teams, I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about the Nuggets. Who else you said? The Spurs. Not worried about them. I'm worried about OKC. And I keep telling you, in basketball and in sports, things happen. Guys get suspended for all type of stuff. Guys get hurt.
Warriors guys.
Whatever it is. People get hurt.
Yep.
So the same way how Jimmy got hurt, anybody can get hurt.
Yes, but you're more likely to get hurt if you're older.
But hold on, Acho, because
what's Shady doing? What I miss?
Injured.
The point at which you are relying on another player, another team being hobbled with injuries or something. You don't have full confidence in your team, Shady. I'm not feeling that. I've heard you give a confident take. My Eagles will be back in the Super Bowl. I've heard you talk like that.
Yes,
I've never heard you talk like, well, when we get Jimmy Butler back and,
I'm not. I mean, well, what you gonna do without Jimmy? I mean, what we're gonna do? Can't do nothing without him.
Yeah, I mean, but
the same way how we were last year, we weren't doing well. Then he gets there, we start balling.
But you know what's crazy? To me, Jimmy Butler's not the difference. The Warriors need offense beyond Steph Curry. They need a true
We need
legit
size too.
Yeah, but you need score.
We small.
Here's my thing. I've seen the Warriors win playing small ball. Like, I've seen it. So, like, to me, when I think about the Warriors, my first fear for them isn't even the lack of size. It's who else? You're praying Pods gives you 20. Literally.
And that's a prayer.
Like, you
That's
are
a big
praying, or
prayer.
you're praying that Porzingis has heart, which he's shown us, like,
Even bigger prayer.
like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally watching Warriors games like, come on, Pods. This got to be your day, baby. Like, this got to be
Yeah.
I need Pods
That's tough.
to give me 20.
Yeah.
I need Kristaps to give me 20 and 10.
That's what I'm saying. We need another piece. Put Pods on the bench and let him. If he was a bench player, he would be really
He would
good
be
for us.
cold.
He plays
Yeah.
defense. He hustles well, right? He controls the ball for the most part. We just need one more piece with size.
Let me ask you this, though. Because to me, Pods should play the Christian Brown role for the Nuggets. Be like the fourth best offensive player.
Yeah.
If you give us 20, thanks. We're not counting on it.
Right.
We're counting on Jokic, Jamal Murray, hell, Aaron Gordon, and back in the day, Michael Porter. If you give us 20, we'll take it. But they counting on Pods to be Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Like, that's not
Yeah.
going. There's too limited
So y'all
offense.
think y'all don't think we one piece away? We one piece away. I seen it
Y'all
last
lack
year.
too much. Y'all lack enough in the starting roster and depth.
And off
Y'all
the
don't
bench.
have depth. Y'all don't
and
have
off
depth.
the bench.
Y'all don't
And
have
they're
depth.
too slow.
But if Pod,
Too old and too
if
slow.
Pod comes off the bench, that's what I'm saying.
So let
Go ahead.
me tell you why I just feel like y'all are further than a piece away, because y'all have traded pieces away that y'all won with. Y'all have traded more pieces than you've gotten back. Jordan Poole gone. Klay Thompson gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Al Horford gone. So,
Horford? Horford gone?
well,
What you mean?
I don't know if he's coming back.
Oh, gotcha.
After this year. So
Gotcha.
I mean, maybe he looks okay, but I don't know. I just feel like y'all have lost more pieces.
what's going on.
Too many pieces to just be one piece away.
Y'all like the world though. That's all it is, man. Like
happened?
a team that's been that successful and that dominant all these years. Y'all finally couldn't wait for it, and now you're happy about it. And y'all hope
That's not me, Shady. That's not me. I
Steph,
like
my
Steph.
favorite player.
I
do
love that
think
he got that chip
we
in
got
2022
one
without
more shot.
KD.
We got one more shot. I feel like, man, not saying we're gonna win a championship, but we got one more shot to run it. If we got one more player, we got the same shot as the Nuggets, same shot as the Spurs.
If you have one more top 10 player, like not even if you,
Nah,
you'd have to add one more top 10 dude.
Since I don't think we need that.
If Giannis goes there, I'm in.
I'm in.
If Giannis goes to the
I'm
Warriors,
in.
Now y'all in.
Yeah.
I'm in. No, I'm in with
You got to add
I'm in
one
with
more.
Giannis.
You have to add one more first or second team All NBA guy. I don't even think a third team All NBA guy. would
Nah.
do it.
I think
you gotta add
I think third time we do. We can win that. That's all we need.
Ooh, Shady, but y'all need so much depth.
No, we don't.
Off the
I think-
bench,
I think-
bro.
Like J Dub isn't making the Warriors
That's not
contenders.
true. Yes, he is.
Like he
a
just
scorer and he played defense. Yes, he is.
it's not contenders. Shady. Bro, when I watch the Thunder play, have y'all ever been on the Autobahn? You know, in Germany.
I know what you're talking about, but
Bruh, when
I've
I
never been out of the country. So can you not use examples like that?
Shady, you ever
please?
been on the Autobahn? Germany, no speed limit.
Right, it's a highway with no
highway
speed
with no
limit.
speed limit. I think it might be the only highway in the world no speed limit.
Yeah, I ain't never do
And
that.
you be on the highway and it's just, I was scared. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah.
I was scared.
As
I
you
was,
should
I
be.
was, I was in an Uber. I wasn't driving. I was in an Uber and Cuz was going like 115
Now, was that kilometers per hour or that was,
miles.
oh shit.
And I was like, bruh, I just want to live. This isn't even cool for me. Like, I'm
just
too
wanna
old.
live.
I don't need the excitement. I'm going 115, but this car's just zoom, 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 zoom.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like the Thunder play.
Yeah.
The Warriors acquiring one piece is not going to allow them to zoom, zoom,
to
zoom,
jump
zoom.
on the Autobahn with the.
Hell no. The Warriors are
Yeah.
still on a bicycle. Ding, 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 ding,
Oh, okay, bicycle bike. That's a little disrespectful.
disrespectful,
I'm not
bro.
gonna co-sign the bicycle, but they not going 115 in a Prius on the Autobahn in Germany. They not.
Hey, give me some super chats,
Hey,
bro.
listen, we do have some super chats. Let me get those pulled up real quick. We have one from our guy, Big Blue Reborn said, Giants fan here, regular as well. I agree with Acho most of the time, but you wilding out saying Dex isn't elite. He had it down here, but he gonna eat. But us 5 and 10, let's go. What do you think Harbaugh does with it?
Hopefully they get Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles. Yeah. Like, that's what I would want to see, right? Sonny Styles would replace Bobby Okereke, not Okereke. Bobby Okereke would replace him, and then Caleb Downs is just a dog. You get Caleb Downs, you get Sonny Styles, plus you have Brian Burns, plus you have Kayvon Thibodeau, plus you have Abdul Carter. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's nasty. Benjamin Todd, shout out to our guy B-Todd.
B-Todd, what up, baby?
5731 said, as someone who got to attend Game 5 of the 2022 NBA Finals with a starting Warriors team with Clay scoring 21, Steph 16, and Draymond adding 8, it was a blessing to be there in person. Those three carried an 8-year dynasty. B-Todd, you had to tell me what you do for a living, brother, because you at Game 5 of NBA Finals and send it, man. You got bread, bro.
You have a job. Relax.
I do.
You have a job.
No, I'm not looking for a job.
Stop showing skin.
I'm interested.
You're literally on a date and you're.
I'm interested in what my man does.
Stop showing. Relax.
Maybe he's
relax. Just button your shirt up. And stop showing skin and just focus on the task at hand.
All right, last one I got. Again, Thomas Curse has jumped in the super chat and said, "Remember Joe Flacco came in through for almost 400 yards a game.
Yep.
We would have won every game, but our defense couldn't stop the run. We stopped the run. We're gonna be a good team."
I agree in part. I've played, watched, studied too much defense to believe that one defensive tackle stops the run.
Dexter Lawrence's caliber.
And I legitimately just watched Dexter Lawrence tape before we came in here because I have an app where I can just break everything down and I can watch it quickly. I don't have to watch every game. I can just watch his cut-ups. He played 711 snaps last year. How do I know that? Type in Dexter Lawrence, type in all plays, I can just look at everything.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence alone, he ain't changing the world.
Yeah.
He's just not.
He draws a lot of attention.
Yes, he does.
He does. He does.
He's not necessarily showing up on a stat sheet with the impact plays.
No, but he's allowing the linebackers to roam if you have backers.
Yeah.
But bro, again, he had 31 tackles last year and played all 17 games.
Yeah.
And half
is
a
it
sack.
not concerning that what you said 2 years ago he had 9?
2 years ago he had 9. I think he was trying to get his paper.
And then he had 44 solo tackles. So he makes an impact, though.
He does. But even then, and mind you, not everything's created equally. Because I was curious, how the hell he got 9 sacks and then only have half last year? And I'm not going to hate. I'm just watching the tape. I don't treat all sacks the same. An effort sack is different than a sack.
Yeah.
You know, if you get a sack because Jalen Hurts was patting, Thibodeau made you step up, Burns made you hop back, and then you scramble here, and then you fall. That's different than if you I just beat somebody. He had he had 2 sacks. I just whooped another man in front of me.
Yeah.
I was like, goodness gracious. 3rd and 11 versus Philadelphia Eagles on our center. I forget, maybe it was Cam Jurgens, maybe it was a backup. I mean, he whooped him in.
I just feel like you're saying that, but nobody in that division is happy he's there on offense. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. For sure. That's true.
Running backs and quarterbacks.
I won't
and
disagree with that.
Coordinators.
That's true. I won't disagree with that at all.
Yeah. That's all I got for the super chats right now. We can keep it moving.
Keeping it pushing. Hey, if y'all are tuning into the show, appreciate you. Show's about to turn up here. It's about to get a little uncomfortable. But first, hit the subscribe button if you're watching right now. Please do us that solid. We are in studio every Sunday to Thursday, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. So stop what you're doing. Please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to show love to y'all as y'all show love to us. If y'all just now tuning in, drop super chats. That's how we read y'all and integrate y'all into the show. Usually Kieran is here. He is not today. TJ got held up, so it's Shady McCoy, your boy Acho, and Social Trey behind the desk. But let's get to the next uncomfortable topic. Stop what you're doing because you may not have heard about this one. Georgia wide receiver Zachariah Branch, supposed to be a 1st or 2nd round pick in the upcoming draft, arrested earlier today on misdemeanor charges of obstructing public sidewalks or streets and obstructing of a law enforcement officer. Branch, a projected day 2 pick, day 2 is 2nd and 3rd round in the 2026 NFL draft, was released at $344 on, get this, something Trey could afford, a $39 bond. But it gets worse. So now you're asking, well, what the hell did he do? I'll read it to you. This is what happened during the arrest, if you will. A male, later identified as Zachariah Branch, continued to stand on the sidewalk without making an attempt to move. I continued to give Zachariah Branch verbal commands to move from blocking the sidewalk and advised that if he did not, he would receive a citation for blocking the sidewalk. Zachariah Branch smirked, then stepped backwards and to the right, then remained standing upon the public sidewalk so as to obstruct, hinder, and impede the free passage upon the sidewalk as well as impede free ingress/egress to and from the adjacent places of business. Stop using big words for no reason. Man. Due to the actions of Zachariah Branch's failure to comply with multiple verbal lawful commands, he was placed under arrest for misdemeanor obstruction and received a citation for obstructing public sidewalk. Social media got hold of this, made a couple jokes. The first police report to help a player's draft stock. Shady, that's Zachariah Branch. Dog started career at SC, went to Georgia.
Yes.
What's your reaction?
I love his game on the field. What? I know the cops and the police are supposed to protect us, and it's called service. Protect and serve, right? Mm-hmm. You think you serving this? You locking a young kid up for some bullcrap like this on the sidewalk? And this might affect his draft stock just because, these smart GMs and coaches might start thinking too much because they do it all the time. Like, we got to be better with this, man. It's so much stuff going on. I'm sure in Georgia that you could lock somebody up for something that's really a crime. This ain't no crime. What?
Yeah.
Jail? And then look at the bond. The bond tell you some bull crap. The judge probably was so mad. You know what I mean? He probably had a date or something to do at night.
Oh, yeah, facts.
He probably telling him, I can't wait to get home to you tonight. You know what I mean? And then you get this around across your desk? How much of bull crap, dog?
Yeah.
There are arrests that occur for breaking the law. Then there are arrests that occur for hurting a cop's ego. And this was an arrest that occurred because a cop got his fragile ego hurt. Simple as that. Understand, if y'all are not up to date, I gave Zachariah Branch a verbal command, the officer said, to move from blocking the sidewalk. Zachariah Branch smirked, then stepped backwards and to the right. And he ultimately got charged for a misdemeanor. This was hurting a police officer's ego, and that is why Zachariah Branch got arrested. This is the most nonsensical, dumb, egotistical citation I have ever seen. And this is why we often say power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. This was a corrupt officer from everything we've read by the cops writing, not even Zachariah Branch's testimony. This was a power trip officer on a power trip. And I'm just tired of seeing it. I'm tired of witnessing it. Now, with that being said, now that I got that take off, hey, Zachariah Branch, you're about to become an even bigger multimillionaire. Don't play these stupid games. Number one, bro, you're literally 3 days away from buying mom a house, pops a house, yourself a house. Like, you a dog, like, for real, for real. Those unfamiliar with Zachariah Branch's game, to me, the most electric player in college football. Electric. Might not be the best, most electric. Dog. I went to a USC football game his freshman year. I asked the strength coach at the time, Benny Wiley. I said, hey, who are the dudes out here? He said number 7 and number 7. Number 7 was Caleb Bullock. Defense, currently plays for the Houston Texans. Number 7 was a freshman named Zachariah Branch. Dog. He's one of them ones. But, bro, one, why are you out at 3 o'clock in the morning 3 days before the draft? Just go get your paper. Number 2, don't even play with cops, bruh. The history in this country says don't even play with cops. Don't even play with cops and their egos and the oftentimes fragile egos. So my secondary take, because I wasn't there, so I can't speak to all of it, is just like, bro, don't put yourself in a position to have a charge on your record for something as dumb as blocking a sidewalk. Cop had ego. I wasn't there, but to me it reads as though Branch had ego. It's looked like this was a standoff between two male egos.
Yo, whoa.
Talk to me.
One person is supposed to be the protector of the people in the United States. That's the police officer.
Yep, that's true.
So if you having a ego standoff, what are we talking about? I can see how this thing went. The cop jumped out there with his chest, knew who Zachariah was, right? Hey, and I ain't gonna use his words. I'm gonna say, move, right? And all that. And it's like, yo, I don't have to. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I hate when I meet certain cops, and not all cops, but certain cops I meet, and they have this ego about them. It's like, I don't know if it's jealousy, whatever it might be, or you just want the power. A lot of them guys like power. And you fight with this young kid, he in college. Why does it matter if he's out at 3 a.m.? Acho, that don't matter. He might be going to go, see one of his friends at that hour just to hang out. He might be going inside. If he ain't doing nothing wrong, why are we trying to lock him up? I think we got to understand when you say go to jail.
Yep.
You go to jail if you're a criminal. This kid ain't no criminal. Because you mad because he ain't moved a certain way at the stop sign like you want? that give you the right and the power to put him in jail. That is terrible. We need to be talking more about the police officer and what they're going to be doing with him.
I think
and what's his consequence.
I think two things are true, right? I spent the first minute and a half, verbally going after the police officer. But I think the second thing is a black man in this country, and not to bring up race, but obviously if you black, you understand why I'm bringing up race. Shady, you raising black children. I think there comes a point where there's also like, I'm not even going to give a police officer, black, white, or indifferent, the opportunity to profile me or the opportunity to treat me unjustly, incorrectly, unfairly, or just unnecessarily. Like, at the end of the day, sure, maybe legally Zachariah Branch was breaking a law. I jaywalked today, so I broke a law. I'm sorry. So maybe legally Zachariah Branch was breaking a law. But I also just think, as a black man in America, especially a black man in America at 2 a.m. at night, I just think there comes a point where it's like, hey, don't even give this officer the opportunity to do something stupid. That's where, and y'all know me, I live my life in I try to live my life in like a super like risk averse way. Doesn't always work out. Sometimes it does.
Black and white, you say that, this is live life in black and white.
Right? I don't want to give the officer that opportunity, but am I tripping?
I live in the gray.
Yep.
You live in the black and white, I live in the gray. Trey, where do you live at? You live in the gray or black and white?
I would say yellow.
Okay, yellow is crazy.
Nah, yeah, I know what.
That's-
Y'all live in that black.
Yeah.
Y'all live in that black and white.
because
though.
I know
because you
I get the.
But go ahead.
I see what you.
Yeah.
I say I delve in the gray area a little bit more, but I can be black and white.
I
Sometimes.
live
comfortably
in the gray.
in a mansion.
I live in the real world.
in the hills.
I live in the real world.
the gray area.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this though.
Go ahead.
We need to be the biggest loss we can find on this cop. That's what I'll do. Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah, sue his ass.
But
Okay.
for what,
This is
though?
America.
For what?
The land of suing.
But I'm saying, here's the
What
thing.
you saying?
In theory, obstruction is.
Who wrote it? Who wrote that?
The cop.
There you go. The one that's harassing me. Bro, I'm a college student. Why you harassing me, sir? You got something to do today? It's a lot of enemies and there's a lot of criminals out there you can go get. Why you messing with me? Because I'm walking on the sidewalk.
The
Sure.
issue. Can I take issue with your
Lawsuit.
stance, though, Acho?
Please.
So my issue with your stance, because my pops raised me like that. If you don't give them ammunition, they can't shoot you.
They still might, but it lessens the opportunity.
Correct. However,
Yep.
when you do that, what are you also then perpetuating for that police officer? Now he thinks, oh, well, I got away with it with this guy that's going to go to the NFL and make more money than me, and shoot, my daughter might even be attracted to him, and all these different things. And I told him to get out the way, and he just he obliged with my command, and he did it. He got out the way. Now the next one I talk to is maybe not so amenable to police interactions and going to be willing to listen. And now he goes off. Now that's another black man dead. Whereas this officer, maybe at least he goes to sleep at night and thinks, damn, this is really stupid. I sent somebody to jail for a $39 bond because I told them to move out of a place of sheer ego. They didn't do it. And now I feel really dumb because I've been shamed on social media. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I vehemently disagree with that.
okay.
But the reason I vehemently disagree with that is we don't have those luxuries. Now, I also believe colorism is a thing that's not talked about nearly enough.
Agreed.
In society, right?
Agreed.
I, at least, 6'2", 240, dark
skin,
I
yep.
don't have that luxury.
Very different.
Like, respectfully, not even joking anymore. You might.
Yeah.
But like, and Maylin,
Respect.
she might.
Yep. 100%.
Emmanuel Acho with this hair,
Yeah.
I don't have that luxury. So the reason I vehemently disagree with that is like, I'm not going to be the one to teach a cop a lesson.
Yeah.
That's not going to be me.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be my kinfolks, not going to be my children. Emmanuel Acho is not going to be the one like, here's what I'm going to try. Not within those confinements.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m. at night.
Right.
When there's no necessarily accountability.
Right.
I sat down with 25 cops, Petaluma, California, Uncomfortable Conversations with Emmanuel Acho. Y'all can watch it. 3 million views on YouTube. I've sat down with cops to teach them lessons in a safe environment where cameras are rolling, my cameras, not body cameras.
Right.
But like, I'm not going to try to teach a police officer a lesson at 2 a.m. in the morning.
That's fair.
I think
in
that's
Athens, Georgia at that.
I think that's entirely too risky. Shady, you're raising maybe a 13-year-old son, maybe he's 14 now.
Yeah.
What's your stance in regards to like, look, cops aren't all good. They're not all bad, obviously, but cops also got guns and they got badges.
Right.
How do you navigate this world, and how do you teach young Sean to navigate this world?
Yeah, it's tough, man. I always tell them to be responsible and be respectful no matter what the color is. And if it's ever an issue, you need to call me. But it's tough, though, because you depend on the police to take care of us, to protect and serve us, but sometimes they don't. But I always tell them to be safe and be honest, right? And try to do the right thing. But there's no real answer. The truth is there's no real answer. There's no real answer to how do you conduct yourself with police officers, because there's people that comply to everything they're saying, right, with manners, and that still ain't enough. So there's no real answer for that.
That's the last thing I agree with. I think at the end of the day, there's a fractured system oftentimes with cops in this country. And at the end of the day, until we can change the fracture in the system with cops in this country, like we just got a problem. But Trey, let's get some super chats. Rome, take Trey single while we get these super chats, please.
Listen, our weird cousin Central Cast jumped back in the super chat and said Trey be hitting that desk like how Care Bear. Okay, I'm not reading that, bro. Why would y'all even put this in the doc? Y'all are really tripping, bro. And I almost read it because y'all know I don't screen these super chats. I just read them off the fly. That is crazy. Rome, Taylor, Ethan, I'll blame y'all in the back. That is insane. Moving on, Alex Ramirez said, I'm a little late, but I wonder if the Giants maybe trade back with the 10th pick and select Peter Woods. You get a younger Dexter on a rookie deal. This is the best sports show out right now. That's love. Definitely appreciate the love. Acho, could you see the Giants trading back with the 10th pick and getting
Absolutely.
Peter Woods?
And I think I can see a couple things. I can see the Giants turning these 2 first-round picks into 3 first-round picks, or 3 first-round picks and a second first-round pick.
Yeah.
This is the type of draft capital that changes a franchise.
Yeah.
Giants, you have your quarterback. You have your receiver. You have your running back. You have your edge rushers, plural. So now you have your left tackle, Andrew Thomas.
Yeah.
You have every cornerstone position. Quarterback, cornerstone position. Wide receiver, run, cornerstone position. Edge rusher, cornerstone position. Left tackle, cornerstone position.
Running back.
And then I'm unfamiliar with the Giants at cornerback. They might potentially need some help there. Giants fans, don't call me out. Unfamiliar. I think they do need some help in the secondary. So I could see the Giants saying, you know what? Let's trade back. Let's load up. And let's really go out there and
build a hell of a roster. Listen, our lady regular Terrence Smith 6491 jumped in the super chat. Shout out to all of our lady regulars for sure. She said, this is silly on both sides. On the cops' end, it was nothing more than a power trip by an officer whose ego and feelings were hurt. On Branch's end, make wiser choices. This could have ended so much worse than $39 in the red. Taryn, I do have to agree with you. It's just a sticky situation. It's like, how long do we let police officers get away with the mistreatment of people that don't have the complexion for protection? And also, how long do we subject ourselves to this type of thing by our own choices? Here's
my thing. Until we, and by we I mean people that look like me, people that look like you, until we start to join the police force in higher numbers and higher degrees, then we have to be cognizant of until we start to infiltrate that system of power, then we're going to be subject to the system of power. Hey, until you become an owner, Acho, you can get fired. Yeah, so you can complain about how you keep getting fired, or you can say, I got to find a way to infiltrate the system and become an owner.
Be my own boss.
I can't get fired anymore. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah,
so I think there also comes a point where we have to realize that the only way, and this isn't even about the judicial system, but you watching this, the only way you can take full autonomy of your life is once you have full agency of your life. So you can keep complaining about how other people are treating you maliciously, or you can say, you know what? Bump these complaints. I'm going to save my energy, use my energy to take autonomy over my life, and then go from there.
Yeah, that's facts. That's very well said. I agree. And I got 3 black police officers that are cousins. So shout out to everybody that is infiltrating the system.
Nope.
No, one is light skinned. The other 2 are dark skinned. Yeah. Yeah. One's in Indianapolis, 2 are in San Diego, right down the road. One. Yeah. My cousin Trey, he's not as light as me, but he's on the lighter side for sure. B-Todd jumped in the super chat again and said,
what up, B-Todd?
This seems like a citation arrest just to meet a quota, just like a cop pulling a car over for speeding at 81 when the limit is 75. That being said, Branch is, as Acho put it, playing with fire. In this case, the cops. GMs shouldn't worry. I agree with you, Benjamin Todd. I hope GMs do not take this like with any type of weight or credence. This was egregious by the cop, 100%, and I don't think a reflection of Zachariah's character at all. So, and then if we're ready to move forward, I got a nice little super chat.
Go ahead.
Segue. Okay, so Daquan Houston said, some say KD hasn't made Houston better. How they look out here without him. That team Saturday is a lottery team. KD makes them a 50-plus
Hold
win
on,
team.
hold on, hold the hell on. Hold
what
the
happened?
hell on. Let's get there. Y'all know y'all produced the show.
Facts.
You want to talk about Kevin Durant? Let's
got
talk
you.
about Kevin Durant.
We got you.
Kevin Durant was reportedly very frustrated after missing game 1 for the Rockets with the knee injury. That's per Sam Amick. According to several people who watched his routine, his frustration with the brutally timed situation was impossible to miss. Well, on top of that, Draymond Green spoke about Kevin Durant, saying that, hey, let's not put all of this on Kevin. This was after the Suns beat the Warriors and the Suns advanced. People saying, hey, are the Suns better without Kevin Durant? Let's not put all this on Kevin, like Kevin's not great, because Kevin is great. And there will be no Kevin Durant slander on my watch. Kevin's team wasn't fighting to get in, talking about the Rockets. Kevin is doing just fine, and they're doing just fine, talking about the Suns. I think when you look at the situation, I think it benefited both teams, the Suns and the Rockets, for Kevin to leave here. I think it benefited Houston, and I think it benefited the Suns. Here's my problem, and let me sound off for a moment on whether or not Kevin Durant actually made the Rockets better. I can't wait for y'all to comment in the chat on this. Kevin Durant has given us too much evidence for teams that he has left getting better. He's given us way too much evidence for that, and that's what's problematic to me. Kevin Durant leaves the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns are a playoff team. Before Kevin Durant arrived to Phoenix, the Phoenix Suns were a playoff team, along with being an NBA Finals team. While Kevin Durant was in Phoenix, the Phoenix Suns were not a playoff team. Before Kevin Durant arrived to the Houston Rockets were a 2 seed. Now context matters, but Kevin Durant arrives in Houston, and the Houston Rockets are a 5 seed. Before Kevin Durant arrived in Golden State, the Golden State Warriors were champions, and after Kevin Durant left, the Golden State Warriors were 2 champions, albeit Golden State won back-to-back championships with Kevin Durant, so salute him there. Let me be honest and objective. Kevin Durant has given too much ammunition to be able to say teams get better when Kevin Durant departs. He's given us too much ammunition for that. Talking directly to the person who started this conversation, keep in mind, the Lakers held Kevin Durant to 2 field goal attempts when they played Kevin Durant in the regular season, 2 field goal attempts and a half. Kevin Durant had 7 turnovers in game versus the Los Angeles Lakers. So I will not look at the Rockets absent of Kevin Durant in the first round versus the Lakers and say, man, this Rockets offense is anemic. The Rockets offense was anemic while Kevin Durant was present versus this same Lakers team. Maybe it's an Ime Udoka problem. But what I will say is this. If you're the Rockets, after watching Jalen Green go for 36 against the Suns and go for, I believe, another 30-plus in the play-in game prior to that, or the game prior to that, you do have to ask yourself, did this trade make sense? Steve Kerr, champion. Draymond Green, champion. They said that Dylan Brooks has changed the culture of the Phoenix Suns around. Steve Kerr, Steph Curry went up to Jalen Green, acknowledging how good he is capable of being. Understand, Rockets, if y'all do not win a championship with Kevin Durant in the next 2 years, it was a terrible, terrible trade. Kevin Durant is not getting any younger. The Houston Rockets under Kevin Durant, as a result, are not getting any better. So if you do not win the championship this year, and if you do not win the championship next year, it was a terrible trade. Kevin Durant, you could equate to in the pop culture world, is like trying to have a successful marriage with Kim Kardashian. Looks good.
Yeah.
Got to try it out for yourself.
Okay.
I get it.
Uh-huh.
Failed with Chris Humphries. Failed with Reggie Bush. Failed with Kanye West. I get it. But for me, Lewis Hamilton, it'll work.
Yeah.
I get it. Failed with the Brooklyn Nets. Failed with the Phoenix Suns. But for me, Houston Rockets, it'll work. You have to be honest. To me, if Kevin Durant doesn't get it done this year or next year, you got to question the trade.
Yeah, I think I think that argument holds a lot of weight for sure. You know, the Rockets essentially said we're going to give up some of our future for win now. They went into win now mode with this KD trade, and so if they don't win now being 2 to 3 years, like you said, I think it was a bad trade in hindsight. Now, that said, KD still brings a lot of value to any team that he's on, but you did sacrifice things when you gave up Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks for Kevin Durant, because the Rockets were predicated on pace and athleticism and moving the ball, getting up and down the floor really quickly. KD comes, that pace slows down. It's more about a half-court offense, him being able to find his shot, orchestrate the offense that way, and let it run through him. So he kind of changed the entire, not just the culture of the team, but the pace of the team. Some for the better, some, not so much for the better, or at least a different look for them than what the Rockets were used to. So I'm in agreement with you. If the Rockets can't do this with KD within the next 2 to 3 years, I think you got to call a spade and say it was a bad trade.
What?
Yeah, Shady.
I had to step out. Sorry, fans. I had to step outside. My son got in an accident football-wise. He said he can't move his knee. So I'm waiting for the doctor coming back. Anyway.
Is he all good? I mean, at least now he's stable.
We about to find. I'm going to find out. They check him out.
Well, yeah.
But let's check this out.
Okay.
Y'all telling me a trade for Jalen
Green.
Jalen Green.
Don't act like you don't know his name, Shady.
No, he's up and down like all the time.
He is hot and cold. He is hot and cold.
Okay, and then Dillon Brooks.
Yep.
Kevin Durant?
And some draft capital.
Dude, this is a good pick for them, for the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
Any Houston Rocket fan would tell you that. Kevin Durant be saving them boys. Last year when I watched them, I said, yo, everybody knew this team would lose to the Warriors. They knew that. And they were the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
The thing about Kevin Durant is he's such a great player. He gets blamed for everything.
Yeah.
Right? You go to the Nets. Nobody brings up James Harden. Nobody brings up Kyrie Irving. They only bring up Kevin Durant. The Suns. Nobody never says a word about Booker or Bradley Beal. They only talk about Kevin Durant. I think because he's so great. This is not a bad trade. This is the best move they did make is getting Kevin Durant.
Here's why I disagree with that so much, 2-5, is KD, if y'all don't win now, you win never. Yes, Jalen Green is up and down, but Jalen Green is also 24 years old. Bruh. I just watched Jalen Green drop 36 against the Golden State Warriors in a gotta-have-it game. I think 35 the game before, in a gotta-have-it game. Like, Jalen Green can get a bucket. First step, he's streaky as a shooter from 3, but when he's hot, dude is different. Dude is rangy. And more than anything, KD's just old. Like, KD missed game 1 because of an old injury. I knocked knees with somebody. That's an old injury. Like, that's not an injury that happens to a 23 or 24-year-old. Somebody bumps your knee, you 23, you 24.
Crazy, bro.
I'm shaking that off.
I'm taking that off.
I'm checking in.
But like Kevin Durant, he's an older player. He's one of the greats for a reason. 17 years in the league. Like that's an old man injury.
So saying that great stuff about Jalen Green. Let's talk about the other stuff he does though. Like when they played last year against the Warriors in the playoffs.
MIA.
Couldn't even find him though.
MIA.
He does that a lot. We're not gonna talk about that.
We will,
because you're never gonna hear about Kevin Durant. You're never gonna say, "Yo, where's he at?" You're never ever gonna ask, "Like, where's Kevin Durant at?"
That's true. But
he's always gonna be in front of your face.
Okay, so if Kevin Durant they make it to the Western Conference Finals, that's the best they do, and he retires a Houston Rocket. Was the trade worth it?
Trey,
it wasn't. You can't say that.
Understand where they were at.
Okay,
so I don't think that with Dillon Brooks and Jalen Green, they was going to the Western Conference Finals. I don't think that. Do you?
I think they had a better chance in the next 3 to 4 years than with Kevin Durant. Here's why.
Or the next 6 to 7 or 8 or 9, KD would be long retired.
I feel like people gave up on Jalen Green too early.
They did.
Like you saw Jalen Green play a bad playoff series, and you're like, you know what? To hell with him.
Yeah.
But like, imagine if Jalen Green can just be like a snack, make the snack size improvement Shea made. Snack size, right? That's why I said for a reason. Like, imagine if Jalen Green can turn into a third-team All-NBA player. Yeah. Not a unanimous MVP like Shea essentially is, but imagine if Jalen Green can turn into like a consistent force. Right now, last 4 games, I've watched all the Suns' last 4 games because we be on PrizePicks, Code Speakeasy. Jalen Green has outplayed Devin Booker.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been particularly close.
Yeah.
Jalen Green is more athletic than Devin Booker, so he can get to the cup better than Devin Booker. He threatens defenses better than Devin Booker, just the last 4 games. So all I'm saying is, like, if you have a 24-year-old talent and Kevin Durant is 36, 37, he just has to win.
Jalen Green will never be as good as Kevin Durant.
Of course not.
Number two, why would you even bring up Devin Booker? Why would you even do something like
To
that?
show how good Jalen Green
For
is.
4 games? What about the dude in the playoffs? What about them 4 games, 5 games, 6 games? What about that? What about him in his career? He's always been like this.
He's a young bull.
Don't
2'5".
disrespect Devin Booker.
I'm not.
You are.
How?
Because you saying his name with him. Don't even do that. Why you listen? Just say Jalen Green is a good young player. Give him that. Don't even bring up Booker.
But, here's what I want to say.
Because if we want to like dig deep and talk about the players, my man, his whole joint.
That's true.
You can't count on
But
that.
here's what I know is without Jalen Green, the Suns aren't in the playoffs. They don't get past the play-in.
I mean, he's a starter. He should, dude. You're a starter. You need stars to win. You need them.
But to me, he's not just.
So Devin, and if I won't even bring up Devin Booker because like if he's not on the team, they don't go to players either.
I'm just saying how talent. I'm showing you Jalen Green's ceiling. Jalen Green's ceiling.
What's his ceiling?
Woo.
Because I can name you average bum guys that has 30 points before. So what's his ceiling?
Shady,
He's not a bum. I'm just saying. You're talking about points.
I'm saying he had the 3rd most points in the playoff games in history.
All right,
in
bro.
playing games. I'm saying like if he's capable of giving you back-to-back 35-point games, that matters. I can't name a
and
bunch
he's
of.
capable of doing other things too, like not showing up. Right?
He was young. Yes, true.
It was a
He
year
young.
ago. I mean, how young is he? He's a year ago, like a couple months ago. Why you keep saying that?
Because I think players do this. Hopefully players can do this. If you have KD, your window is 2 years.
We talking about Jalen Green like he is the next.
To me,
Maxey or somebody.
Nah,
Like,
to me, this
what?
has more to do with Kevin Durant even than Jalen Green.
This is another thing. He's gonna get paid a big number that he's not gonna be worth. That's how it works. Good players get paid elite money now.
Yep.
So now he's gonna be. You got all that money you got to pay him, and you're not gonna get the worth out of the money you're paying him. That matters. Well, at least with Kevin Durant, anything you give him money wise, he's worth it.
He gonna bring it back.
And then my thing is like when you watch the Houston Rockets play, they've never had that elite scorer who can just take over the game all the time, be consistent. Even with last year when Jalen Green, it was a lot of 21 points average, 19 points. It was like all nice average, just nice.
Yep.
He takes over games whenever he wants to, Kevin Durant. We talking about Kevin Durant, right?
Yes, but here's
What are you talking about?
How big is the Rockets' window with Kevin Durant? How long? Because to me,
I think
2-3 years.
The window with Kevin Durant is bigger than Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. That's what I believe. That's what we're comparing the trade here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying with the trade they do have, with the players they do have, Kevin Durant makes that thing go better. I think they go farther with Kevin Durant. Obviously, I'm right because last year they was a one and done last year.
Yes, but
They gonna win this series. They gonna win this
Okay.
series. Number 2, and they not playing with a full roster either though. Van Fleet's out. He ain't playing,
Yeah,
and that matters.
yeah.
He played last year with them boys. Like last year in the playoffs with Houston Rockets, on that team, Jalen Green was the 3rd or 4th best player on the squad playing.
Yeah.
And that's what y'all talking
He
about?
should have been the first.
But I don't
Yeah.
care what you should. I'm saying what
But
he
he
was.
was,
And to bring up Kevin Durant, he's always going to be either the number 1 or number 1A or number 1B. He's never going to be the 4th best player on the team.
Everything you said is right except for your first part. I think the Rockets' window with Green and Brooks is longer than the window with Durant.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because they're younger. They're younger.
I know a lot of young teams that don't get over the hump. Bro, they was a first round exit to an old ass Warriors team. Let y'all tell it.
True. But here's the other thing. Here's why I hate this.
Home
Hold on.
court advantage and it didn't matter.
Hold on.
And then the dudes you ever bragging and crying about
Hold on. Let me
was lost.
Let me kill Shady off real quick.
Okay, now. Dead and then.
Rockets were the 2 seed last year. First round
This is
exit.
Coach Empty.
Yeah, do you think? Rockets were
He can't walk.
Rockets were a 2 seed last year. First round exit, Trey.
Yep.
The year before, you remember who was a 2 seed in the West? Should have been the
Was it the-
Oklahoma City Thunder, if
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
mistaken.
Okay.
And I believe they were a first round exit
Yeah.
to the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep.
And I believe the Thunder is a 2 seed,
Yeah.
young team, first round exit.
Yeah.
Next year, championship.
Yeah.
Houston Rockets, young team,
Yep.
2 seed, first round exit. I'm not going to say that they would have won the championship this upcoming year, but what I am going to say is, to me, it's just exciting. A young, athletic, talented Jalen Green,
Yep.
plus a young, athletic, talented Thompson, plus a big, good on his feet, plus Jabari Smith. Like, to me,
Yeah.
that's a long, athletic, rangy,
Yeah.
two-way playing
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, with Dylan Brooks on there to be your enforcer, your
Correct.
you know what I mean, you're just get it done type of guy.
Correct.
So I agree with you completely. I think the window for the Rockets, and we just don't know. Maybe they weren't good during the regular season, so they get a good first round pick and build in the draft like the Thunder have been able to do. Now, granted, they had a lot of picks thrown their way because of the PG trade, but still, the Rockets could have built around Jalen Green. He has some inconsistencies. He has some efficiency issues, but we've seen him. When he's hot, he's hot. So he may not be your consistent number one guy on the championship team, but I would venture to say, look at somebody like J.R. Smith. Like, he could have a career trajectory like J.R. Smith, where he can give you 18, 19 a game and be a contributing factor on a championship team. So do I think Jalen Green was enough to get it done as soon as what KD can potentially do for the Rockets? Of course not. But again, he's 24 years old. So do you value the potential to win right now with KD, or do you value the potential to win long term with a young core like Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, and Alperen Şengün? So I know for me, if I'm playing GM, I'm playing the long game, because Kevin Durant doesn't, I don't think, have enough productive years left in him for me to justify it. If it was like a for sure KD comes and this is the only piece we need to now be a win now championship contending team, I'm all in for it 100%, because you have that constant pressure on you as a general manager to win and to produce for your fans, for your players, your coaching staff, etc. But KD just, with a 3 to 4 year window realistically, and 4 is probably stretching it. It's just not enough value for me.
Hey, speaking of being a manager, we got one more topic left. Before we get to it, super chats. Hey, this is y'all's time right now. If y'all want to talk to us during this show, drop your super chat. Social Trey will read them. But if we're being honest, reading them $10 minimums, because we will not be here all night. And if there are too many $10 ones, then it's really a $20 minimum. Anyway, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit the subscribe button. We are in the Speakeasy every Sunday to Thursday, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, literally just for your pleasure in a stressful world. Consider us your community. Consider the chat your family, everybody who's here on a regular basis. We call them the regulars. We will have merch. It has already been ordered. We got stuff for y'all debuting this Thursday. We have an epic NFL draft show, literally a 4-hour special show. But Trey, hit us with the super chats before the last topic.
Say less, man. I got you. That merch drop is going to be crazy too. Listen, Dustin Russellberg, 9477. Shout out to my Kentucky guy. He's right across the bridge from Evansville, Indiana. Said, love the show. Been watching Acho and Shady since the other show. Before the other show, y'all got me back into sports after not watching for a while. Also, y'all are helping me get through my recovery after gallbladder surgery. So,
dang.
That's love. Speedy recovery to you. Hope all goes well with your recovery. It's quick and painless as it can be processed for you. Shout out to Dustin. I asked him if he was from Indiana because I couldn't remember. I knew the name sounded familiar. He then jumped in the super chat again and said, I'm from Kentucky, just across the river from your old stomping grounds, Trey. Once a Colonel, always a Colonel. Shout out to Hendo270. Shout out to all the Henderson, Kentucky fans.
Enough with the hometown shout outs, okay? This isn't like an Indiana show.
Whoa, wait. We shout out like, 214 Mr. DFW.
It's not,
being from Dallas.
It's not Speakeasy, the Indiana edition.
Okay.
We got about 3,500 people in the chat, and you and him
you're
just
right,
having
you're right.
Like,
okay.
Hey, so like, how's Indiana? I miss you.
Okay,
just read the chat.
My bad. Terrence Smith jumped back in the chat. Shout out to all of our lady regulars for sure. She said, easy on the light skin jokes, Acho. Don't do too much. She said she's standing in solidarity with me, especially since Cameron here tonight. That's what I'm talking about. This is why you keep black women in your corner. I appreciate you, Taryn. She said, and please, just use my name. I don't know how those numbers got added. Much love, fellas, and shout out to all the lady regulars. Most definitely. Shout out to them.
Shout out to you, T.
And I got you from now on, Taryn, for sure. JX Nocturnal said he's an ISO-heavy talent who doesn't prioritize team flow. Everywhere he goes, the chemistry seems to get complicated rather than cohesive.
You talking about Kevin Durant?
I'm trying to figure out.
The first part of it sounds A lot like Kevin Durant.
Sounds like
Could
Kevin
be talking
Durant.
about Jalen Green.
He could be
but-
talking about Jalen Green.
but
Yeah, that's why I'm like, but
going.
he hasn't been enough places to say everywhere he goes, which leads me to believe that he's talking about KD.
fair.
So he goes on to say, seems to get complicated rather than cohesive, which is why he hasn't won a ring outside of a pre-built dynasty. So
Yeah,
definitely talking about Kevin Durant. Benjamin Todd then jumped in the
B.
super
Todd!
chat again. Shout out to our guy B. Todd, said the Suns won the trade because the future outlook of Phoenix is brighter than Houston's.
Yeah.
Durant can't win with the Rockets as the sole superstar. Durant can't win without other superstars. The Nets proved that he needs help. Damn, B. Todd with a rough take.
B. Todd
on,
came in.
on KD. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
not mad
it.
at it
Give
all.
me maybe 2 more super chats and we'll get to the last topic.
That's all I got for right now,
Perfect.
actually. So, one more. Oh, okay. Central Cast.
What up, Central
He
Cast?
been on one today, bro. He said, "Yo, Acho, can I get signed merch from everyone in the Speakeasy, even the guys in the back?" Shout out to the gang in the back. Always show love to the guys
Central
in the
Cast,
back.
man, I appreciate you asking that question. I appreciate that's an honest
When's the last
question.
time you signed an autograph?
It was an earnest question. But hell no, Central Cast.
Oh my gosh. Damn.
And Central Cast, stop DMing me. Because here's the thing, Central Cast, I know you too well. The moment I hit accept to one of Central Cast DMs,
Flooding.
he'll just be able to DM me forever.
Yep.
And so, Central Cast, just know, I've seen the DM. But please know, I will not hit that accept button. You will talk to me through Trey. You will not talk.
Not me being the weird cousin conduit.
You will not talk directly to me. Go ahead, Tupac. Go ahead. You will not talk directly to me.
That
bro.
is crazy. So Shady, everything cool with baby boy? He's good.
Yeah, he pain's not his thing, so he got hurt.
Oh, what would you
And
mean by
he's-
that? I
and
know
he's-
you ain't calling Sonny Boy soft.
Well, let me say it again. I don't know if you heard me. I said pain is not his thing. So, like he hurt his knee. He said he can't move it. He got tackled the wrong way.
Okay.
So the ambulance is there. So after this,
not the
show,
ambulance.
Yeah, I mean, then they said it's
The ambulance is expensive.
They said $2,500.
Yeah, people don't realize.
I said, if he don't get his black butt up, man. What?
People don't realize.
It ain't broken. Ain't no swelling on your knee, man, boy.
Yeah.
This football might not be your sport.
Yeah, we might need to get him on the diamond, on the baseball diamond.
Ambulances are expensive.
He gonna be with Trey and Care Bear, the non-high school basketball floor
That's
players.
all right. Listen, we doing all right for ourselves, not
is
having
true.
played high school sports.
No,
Hey,
but saying
Central-
not the injuries.
But our weird cousin said he wants some signed merch. Acho announced that we got merch coming soon for the fans. So are you willing to sign some merch for Central Cast? Shady?
Yeah. I mean, he Eagle fan, right?
Nope. He's a Niners fan
Oh my,
and Clippers fan.
Well, my autographs ain't free.
Oh,
Yeah, $88 a signature.
$88 for a signature.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No,
But-
Acho, you didn't answer my question. You
but
looked at me
speak-
funny. When's the last time you signed an autograph?
Speakeasy, you know what I mean? Give
I'm
a
sure
little
you get
discount.
asked, right? I'm not
I
even being
signed
funny.
Wednesday.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I
had
figured
an
you.
event. I had an event, did a whole book signing. Can I get to the last topic?
Please do.
Speaking of expensive, it is expensive to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. It costs you your pride. It costs you probably loved ones. It costs you your ego, and it costs the Phoenix Suns a butt whooping. Thunder, they dominate the Suns by 35 in game one. SGA, 25-7-5. J-Dub, 22-7-6. Chet, 16-7 and 2 blocks. Who's stopping the defending champs? Bleacher Report asked. So I asked maybe my favorite question of the day. Trey, drop it in the chat, please. Sir. 2-5, are you taking the Thunder or the field? For those unfamiliar with that terminology, do you believe the Thunder have a better chance to win the championship or every other team in the playoffs remaining
man.
not named the Thunder?
What is the Bulls? What they got? Michael Jordan? Is Phil Jackson there? Let's stop playing around. What man? Look, the field.
Really?
Y'all got a bad memory. First of all, when I look at Wemby and I look at the Spurs, they match up well against the Thunder. Correct? Last year, the Nuggets, y'all forgot they took them to a game 7? Oh, yeah, that don't matter. Listen, so yes, I'm taking the field because anything can happen in the playoffs. I love SGA. I think that team is really, really good. They play great defense. They defense creates offense, but I'm taking the field because I watched they go 7 games against the MVP, Jokic, and them Denver Nuggets, and I watched the way that Wemby plays against OKC. So I like the field.
Nobody is stopping the Thunder. At least not on the Western Conference side.
And I just gave you Western Conference teams. I ain't give you.
At least not on the Western Conference side. The Oklahoma City Thunder are going to run past, through, and bludgeon just about every opponent. I mean, they are a force. And then the second unit comes out there, and they are a force. SGA goes to the bench, and then J-Dub is a force. J-Dub goes to the bench, and then Chet is a force. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they just come at you, come at you, come at you, come at you. Then the bench players come in, and Isaiah Joe in transition will hit a pull-up through 3. Or Cason Wallace will catch a lob. Or Alex Caruso will back cut and catch and hit an easy layup. It never stops. The Thunder are like a relentless just juggernaut. I do not see a team, especially not a team in the West, stopping the Thunder. There's just not a team that has the experience, the depth, and the elite playmaker that the Thunder do. Not on the West. The Spurs have the depth, got the elite playmaker. They don't have the experience. But you go to the East, it might be a team in Boston. Might be a team in Boston. In Boston.
The Boston Celtics.
So you taking
that team?
So what you taking? Because you can't have both.
I'm taking the Thunder. Because if you give me the Thunder or the Celtics, I still like the Thunder.
Don't believe the hype, dog. You saying that to me, it don't make sense. We just watched Jokic and them boys take him this game 7. Do y'all not remember that? Or that don't count?
Yeah, I do.
So if you was one game away from losing, okay?
Yep.
So that matters. Then the Spurs. You talk about the Spurs? I heard you saying about the experience, but listen, when it comes to matching player for player, and they got a dude in there that's 7.
They do.
6,
They got
7,
one
4
of them
areas. Best defensive player I've seen in a
one of them
long time.
Yeah.
Where I look at SGA, he goes in that middle area and does his thing. You can't do that with him in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 3.
Yep.
And we gonna look over there to Boston. Boston's nice. They switch on everything. They score just as fast. They move just as fast.
So Boston's a team. Boston is a team. I
gave you 3 squads.
You know this as well, if not better than I. I can't give the Spurs a legitimate chance. Here's why. Not because the Spurs aren't incredibly talented. The Spurs would be breaking a rule that the basketball gods set up.
Bruh, facts.
The basketball gods established a rule before I was born. You have to take your lumps first, and then you get over the hump.
Yeah.
But you can't get over the hump without taking your lumps. Ask Jordan. Ask the bad boy Pistons. Ask anybody.
Bron.
First you lose. Ask Bron. First you lose, and then you win. Ask the Thunder. The Thunder were a 2 seed that got bounced by the Mavs. Like, first you take your lumps, and then you get over the hump. So the Spurs, this is their take my lump
Well,
year.
what's the take the lump part? Because what I'm saying is maybe they might beat the Thunder, get to the finals, and they might lose. However you want to do it.
I see
Because
what
I
you're
did
saying.
watch Portland back in the day with Rasheed Wallace and them boys and Damon Stoudemire go in there and they take their little lumps early.
yeah.
They go straight to the West Coast Finals, and they lost.
Yeah,
So
I see what you're saying.
what lumps we talking about?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And then let's go back to the Nuggets because we not getting off the Nuggets. OKC got a great player. They got a top 15 type player of all time eventually.
Yep.
And they got an MVP.
Yep.
And so do the freaking Nuggets.
Let me give you this, though.
Huh?
And hold
Go
on,
ahead.
let me
Yep.
galvanize Shady's argument even more. Because after they got out the West and they got to the finals, they went 7 games with
did.
the Indiana
They
Pacers.
did. Probably because it was their first time there, too.
Oh, my
Don't do
God.
that.
I'm saying.
Don't do that.
I'm saying because here's my thing about the Nuggets. I don't believe that the Nuggets have the depth this year to contend with the Thunder. And I don't believe the Nuggets do. Because if you look at the Nuggets bench and how few minutes they played, even the Nuggets coach is like, look, bruh, sorry, Valanciunas. You was nice them last 4 games. You're not seeing the court. Like, I think Valanciunas played like 11 or 12 minutes. Somebody fact check me. Mind you, Valanciunas last 4 games when Jokic was chilling, double-doubles and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Valanciunas, sorry. Sorry, Julian Strother. Yeah, cool. It's right here.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce Brown. Hey, thanks for what you did those last 4 games.
And got us a championship.
You know what I
Bruce
mean?
Brown was a big part of that
What we getting
championship.
at?
I'm getting at, I don't believe the Nuggets have the bench to compete with the Thunder's bench, and I don't believe they have the trust in their bench
Listen.
that the Thunder do in their
Bro,
bench.
all I'm saying is one game. For them guys to be killers like you saying and all this stuff and this, that, one game. One game. So if you could take a team all the way to 1 game, anything's possible. Anything.
Yeah.
So before we leave, are you on my side now? Did I
Yeah,
convince
well,
you?
you haven't answered yet. have you?
I like I convinced you.
Well, the Thunder are beatable. We've seen it. We've seen them go to 7 twice last year.
And
Twice.
They did.
Both times.
They won.
Some teams don't even go to 6 or 7. Some guys don't even go to 7.
That's true, yeah. But also, it's just so hard to say. I know we can't play the what if game, but if Tyrese Halliburton is healthy for that game 7,
play it.
we could be having a different conversation. We could
play it.
but I won't go there. What I will say is that the West is a gauntlet. The East is what it is. The Celtics are probably the number 1 seed over there. Looked very human, very humble today when they lost to the Magic. So
Here's the thing that's crazy, though. The West is a gauntlet, but is it? Depends on your journey.
That's
Think
true.
about the Thunder.
That's true.
The Thunder are going to get to play the Suns.
Yep.
Then
And
the Thunder are
they're
going to get to play the
winner of
Lakers
Rockets
or the Rockets.
Yeah.
That's not very gauntlet-ish.
Yeah.
That's as easy a 2-game first 2 series as any team will play in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
West, East, in any ranking.
Agreed.
Getting to play the Suns
Yeah.
and then probably a Rockets team that is offensively anemic. What kind of gauntlet is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
However, if the Lakers can pull off the series and Luka and Reeves can come back, that's not as easy of a journey to the Western Conference Finals.
Bro,
now.
Luka-
They smoked them last time they played them, dog.
They hurt them.
They did.
Like, people
They
forget,
did.
the Thunder hurt. Because we don't look at basketball as a collision sport, we don't think about the Thunder hurt the Lakers.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, it was the Lakers' ego of, hell no, we finna beat the Thunder, that had Austin Reeves out here running like this with a torn oblique.
Yeah.
That had Luka down by 30, like, with pride, hell no, I'm finna play through that.
Yeah, my leg. Yeah.
They hurt him.
Yeah.
We just don't look at it because it's not boxing.
I don't think they fit. I don't think they fit against the Lakers. Not a good one. The Lakers for them. I'm saying.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a bad matchup.
This is a terrible
Yeah.
matchup. So,
Younger, they fast.
Fast
Lakers
as
is kind of
hell.
slow pace.
yep.
Pick and roll. You know, all
Yeah.
that. It's just
So you actually feel like the Rockets are fair better? It's just so hard. Experience
think the
experience
Rockets-
means so much in the
think the
NBA
Rockets-
playoffs that
they better defensively. I feel like than the
Yeah.
Lakers. I don't know, man. It's just
it's hard. It's hard to say.
The Lakers sometimes they do glove up sometimes.
Bruh, and they looked
Sometimes they glove
good
up.
defensively.
Yes, they
like
do.
if Ayton plays throughout the playoffs like he played in game 1 against the Rockets.
Here's a problem, though. Ayton can play like that because he didn't have to play in space.
Yeah.
Şengün isn't a, like, if
I don't take him serious like that though.
you can't.
Ayton, I don't take him
Yes.
serious.
Because
hard.
if you bring Ayton out to the perimeter, which the Thunder will, because Hartenstein go to the bench. Hartenstein go to the bench.
Chet.
Let's bring Chet in.
Yeah.
Let's bring Chet
But-
play
but-
5.
Yep.
And now Ayton, you can't just stand in a block
Right.
on the block.
But
Yeah.
Ayton,
And they already doing that. Chet
He
played
had
the 5
19
today a
points
lot.
and 11 rebounds, right? Everybody's like, oh my God. But like, I was telling my boys that's Laker fans, it's like, if you really watch that game, that shit wasn't even like impactful like that though.
Mm-hmm.
There's some dudes that have 19 points and 12 rebounds, and you're like, oh, it's impactful.
Yeah.
His was like, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like that to me. Watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think it was more impactful from like a cultural standpoint in the sense that like Marcus Smart is intentionally looking for DeAndre Ayton on lobs, and DeAndre
Yes.
went up and caught them.
But
So
like,
if they can
He was impactful. I feel like Roy was definitely doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some players for me, when I watch him, he don't do it for me. He don't. And I remember telling I said when they got DeAndre Ayton, I said, yo, he is not what you think. Don't let that draft capital and all that stuff fool your mind.
Yeah.
He is not that.
yeah.
The biggest thing
I'm
for
not
me
high on
is
Ayton
like,
either.
if the Thunder get stopped, who stops them?
Denver.
I think
Denver got to get past the Spurs then.
I ain't worried about that. You see how Jokic did in Wemby? You see,
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
he's gonna do that again. Yeah, young boy, come on.
Yeah.
You think that, I don't, man.
It's hard. It's so
that game
there's-
is gonna be harder than you think. I think OKC versus the Spurs or the Nuggets is gonna be harder than what you think.
I think 6 or 7. Like, I guess it ain't no gentleman at all. No gentleman sweep. It goes 6 or.
It's going 7. It's going 7.
Are the Nuggets better this year than they were last?
They got experience. They
Gordon,
always got a
but
chance.
Gordon is older, and shout out to Gordon because I'm surprised he's holding on this long.
Yeah.
Gordon is older. I don't love Michael Porter Jr.'s game, but when he on,
No, he's not there no more.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
That's
but
what
you're
I'm
saying from last year.
From
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I didn't love Michael Porter Jr.'s game,
Right.
But
But
boy,
yeah,
like,
when he-
Cam
yeah.
Johnson isn't even capable. His heights are cool.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson might give you 17. Congrats.
Cool, yeah.
Michael Porter would mess around and give you 15 in the first quarter.
Yeah, he
He'd go
would.
5 for 6 from 3 and give you 15 in the first quarter.
Or go 4 for 23 and give you 12 with 2 rebounds.
Yeah,
like,
that's
damn, you
true.
can't even. You having a bad shooting
That's
night
4
and you can't even get no board. Yeah, like
yeah.
Yeah, so MPJ
4
is
different
was streaking.
defensive misassignments. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll just say this though, right? Bro, when you got an MVP on your team, he make everybody better.
Yeah.
So we can do this and that about this and about
And
that.
Jamal Murray's healthy.
But
True.
That's a
when
big.
Jokic's in that game and he's playing, bro, he make everybody better.
He does. Yeah.
It's
Same way with
And they don't
SGA.
have anybody. That Thunder team doesn't have
The
anybody.
difference
for
between
Jokic.
me, how I think about OKC and y'all is they're a really solid team, but they have an MVP driving them.
Yeah.
Y'all think the team is that good? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't look at that team as so special. I don't. I think they're a good team. They play great defense. Their defense turned into offense, and the MVP over
See, that's
there.
what's crazy. I think the Thunder are one of the deepest teams we've seen in the last 2 decades.
They don't really have holes in their game.
Bro,
decades?
they have a big that's a real big in Hartenstein.
Yep.
Then you got a big that's a stretch big in Chet.
Yep.
Then you got defensive players coming off the bench in Vets and Caruso and Wallace. Then you got dudes coming off the bench that can shoot the 3 ball in Joe and the other Williams.
I don't know.
And
AJ Mitchell.
And AJ
Yo,
Mitchell.
yo. You said decades though?
Deepest, not best, deepest.
I'm just saying, like I look at people like it's the coach calling, like the Warriors back then with like Iggy and them dudes and all them, and like, come on, that was like, and about Bosa, like them, that's a deep bench, that's deep. Them is like cool, it's high and cold with them. When you got the MVP, make everything easier. I'm not gonna hate on them boys, but I could think of some. If I sat here and think about some different benches that was nice.
Here, I'll end it with this.
The Warrior benches back in the day.
Even the Nuggets team was when they won the chip.
Look at Jordan Poole off the bench though. Like that's a real impact. Oh God, like
Yeah, but he was one.
25.
But Jordan Poole was one dude.
and it got
And after that, it was ugly.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
What's my man
Moody
name from
and Kuminga?
went to Georgetown, and he was a move around player. Then he went to the Warriors. And he was lights out.
David. Okay, no.
Light skinned cat. He shoot a 3.
Not Jose.
First game he ain't played.
Juan. You talking about not Juan? Who you talking about?
Move on because he ain't going to.
Who you talking about?
forget his name.
Here's what I know: the series we deserve: Thunder, Celtics. Like that is.
I like the Knicks too, though. I like the Knicks.
The Knicks are never
Gritty, tough. They play defense. Depending on how Cat's moving around. Because sometimes Cat.
Oh, you talking about Otto Porter? Chad said Otto Porter.
Otto Porter.
Come on, bro.
Yo, he was.
Oh yeah,
Do your homework.
He
Before you start doing- do your homework. All right,
was
do your
cool.
homework.
He was cool. He
your homework.
was a guy though. He was.
Yo, no, okay, so we talking bench players now. Now I got
Okay.
Now do some math. You want to do some math for some homework.
All right.
When the Warriors was on that dynasty shit, when they was running shit,
Yep.
yo, they bench players like the second group that come in, they will run everybody out the gym because they had Livingston. He was going crazy. Barbosa. Then they would have Iggy.
Yeah.
That's a real bench type player. Let's give it that work.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Check it out. Every team in the third quarter, they would smoke everybody. It was like this Rudy had. The third quarter, they would smoke everybody. Check that out. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Well, check it out later because we got to get out the show. Trey, any final super chats before we dip?
Yes, we do have some super chats to get to. People are listen. They want to talk today. Our guy Vic Damone Jr. jumped in the super chat, dropped $50 and said, "Much love, fellas. Save me some of that merch when it drops. But if the Thunder win it all this year, are they on the brink of a dynasty? And how long
Yes,
can
they
they
are.
keep this up? Absolutely,
Unquestionable. They still got draft picks too. I think
lottery
the
pick.
Thunder get 3 chips, total of 3 chips in a 5-year span.
I don't think that's a stretch at all.
I think 3 chips in a 5-year span.
Yeah, I think that's and could be more.
Yeah, could be more.
Could be 4 and 5. Like I wouldn't be surprised because we haven't really seen anything like this. Greed NCE dropped the $20 super chat. It says, as a Rockets fan, we're missing not only Fred VanVleet,
Thank
but
you.
also Steven Adams, and that double
I
big
forgot Steven
lineup was
Adams.
tearing
Yup.
folks up for sure.
Talking about
See, but I
Jalen
don't
Green
think-
and Dylan. Man, what?
I don't think you could use the double big lineup this year. Because without Van Fleet, you can't afford another offensively inept and a
Right.
like put Steven, bro, Adams plus Thompson.
Yeah.
They couldn't find the rim.
No, they could. Yeah. KD would
Nah,
have to.
but all
KD
that,
would have to do
score
one.
every
but all
bucket.
that size, they're gonna control all the rebounds.
But
They'll do
the-
pick and rolls.
But no, the floor spacing would be disgusting.
It'd be pretty bad.
It would
There's
be-
only 2 corners on
That's
the
it.
court.
And where can Adams hide at?
Yeah.
Like Adams
Well,
just
you're going to have to have him in action the whole time.
know.
He's
Yeah.
going to have to be in pick and roll the entire time.
But
But KD don't even really want to run off the pick and roll, not for
he
real.
wanna
So
cook.
yeah, that would cause some space.
Last year did well for him. That's why he brought it
people
up.
People don't. Van Fleet was balling last year.
Balling.
Van Fleet was
balling more than
balling,
the
bro.
guys you was talking about.
I'm not.
Yo,
I'm
the
not
truth
high
is,
on
when
Van
Jalen
Vliet,
Green left and Dylan Brooks, they did a backflip in Houston. They was happy.
but- Yeah.
Man, they didn't stick it. They did not stick the landing.
Yeah, they did
They
not.
did a backflip.
Listen, our guy Javante Crawford also jumped into the super chat and said, "Shout out to my guys, but we don't talk about Bron, who drags mid teams to heights they would never see. As great as KD is, his style of play isn't that. Bron turns G League players into high, serviceable playoff performance players. We have seen that.
We have seen it. I don't even think talking about son. I mean, you could say
Mo Williams,
Lonnie Walker.
Mo Williams was a good player.
I know, but
He said
LeBron
G-League.
made him a good player. He made him an all-star. Mo Williams never sniffed an all-star before or after LeBron.
I think he's a solid player. With or without LeBron, I think he's a solid player. I think he's better with LeBron because he's a great player.
I think he got to be
Mo
talking
Williams
about
is a
like
good
the THTs.
Gibson, maybe.
Yeah,
Gibson.
Boobie Gibson.
Boobie, that's cool.
But nah, he said G League guys. Booby Gibson's not a G League guy.
True. Yeah.
Like THT is a G League guy. Taylor Norton, Thucker.
Yeah.
He's not. He got paid to go to Jazz.
But he was a two-way. He was a two-way guy.
No, he was definitely a.
He got to be talking
fringe.
about him.
Yeah, I thought I took it as an exaggeration. Like he didn't
Oh, it might
literally
be.
mean G League
It might
players,
be.
which is why I said players like Mo Williams,
yeah.
Dellavedova, Mozgov, Ilgauskas. Like
Now go for 7. He was solid. 7'4", 7'3".
He dragged Dellavedova.
yeah.
That's
and got
crazy.
Timothy Mozgov a fat ass contract that he didn't ever live up to.
It's like we just give him. First of all,
Delly.
Delly was known for defense on Steph Curry. That's how he got noticed. When like Steph Curry, LeBron was making him do all these great things, he got noticed because he did good jobs on Steph Curry. Correct? Or I'm tripping?
Of course.
All right. So how LeBron get credit for that?
Because Delly was on the court in the finals.
He played defense on Steph Curry and it was working.
And when LeBron left Cleveland, Dellavedova
He got
left
paid.
Cleveland
No,
as
he got
well.
paid. He got paid.
I think he went to Dallas, right? Where'd Delly go?
He is
No, he went to the-
overseas
no,
right
he went-
now.
no, he went to the Bucks.
He's overseas right
now
now.
he went to the Bucks. He got paid.
Let me see what happened.
He's
to Delly.
overseas, brother, and it didn't take long after he left Cleveland to get there.
Okay. The same way with like Tyrone Lue got paid when he was guarding Iverson. Like, okay, this dude's gonna go to Iverson, maybe get him a job. Like,
Hold on. Delly left Cleveland,
Yeah.
went to Milwaukee for 3 years, went back to
I
Cleveland
be
for
right,
3 years,
man. I be right.
then went to the Melbourne United.
Overseas in Australia.
Let me see how
But the
old he
reason
is.
why he got paid
He's
is not
35.
LeBron because he
Yes,
played
it is. He got to a finals, Shady. He got to the biggest stage of them all. That's where you get your money. If you can
Dude,
perform in the finals,
dude,
which he did,
Dude, some of the other guys you could talk about LeBron carrying him, cool.
got 38 mil.
What him
Bruh.
got exciting is
LeBron
because,
gets people paid.
bro, he was playing defense on Steph Curry and it was working. That's why I got a job.
Okay, y'all want to argue about this? Or y'all want to move on so we can?
Let's move on.
He be wrong a lot.
No, that's not true, Shady.
You just said let's move
You're
on.
right. Let's move on. Yo X773 said, "Who are your dark horse Super Bowl contenders from the NFC?"
Oh, NFC and Dark Horse.
I don't have one. Going. That green thing. Ain't no dark, ain't no blue. It's just straight eagle green winning. I don't know about none of that dark horse. Shoot.
Sounds so familiar from last year, and you were wrong about that. But you was just telling
NFC's
me I was wrong.
weird because nobody in the NFC would be a dark horse who's legit. Niners wouldn't be a dark horse. Seahawks on a dark horse. Rams on a dark horse. Eagles on a dark
Bears?
horse.
The Calp.
Cowboys aren't a realistic thing. Bears would be.
So
a
that
good
makes
answer.
him a dark horse.
But the Bears, I can't even say the Bears. The Bears is probably the. But are the Bears still a dark horse? After
I
going
don't
to the
think
playoffs
so.
and winning a
I
I don't
nobody's
think you
saying
can
the
call
Bears
him
on
a
the Super Bowl.
dark horse.
Nobody's saying the Bears on the Super Bowl. Nobody's saying that.
Then
dark
maybe
horse
it
to me
a
is like
dark horse.
Commanders.
Or you know what? The Vikings. Little Kyler
There we
Murray.
go. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
That's the dark horse.
Yeah.
Like because nobody's saying that's
Yeah.
Vikings. is-
But dark horse to me also implies like there's a chance, like there's a possibility, which is why I said the Cowboys. Like maybe there's different definitions of dark horse,
Nah,
but to me, dark horse would be like
There's an outside chance.
there's underrated, under the radar. Like the Texans would have been a dark horse for me this year.
I think so. If you said like to make the playoffs, I think we said the dark horse, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I
to
don't
win a
expect-
chip,
yeah, I don't
you can't-
expect that to happen,
It's
but-
not even. I can't
Yeah.
even. Nah. Yeah.
But if all the stars aligned, then
You need more
everything
than that.
happened.
You need more than all the stars.
Damn, more than the stars. Javante Crawford also said Denver and OKC are very familiar with each other being in the Northwest Division.
Yup.
That series can go either way.
Thank you.
Definitely agree. And then the last one I got is from our weird cousin again, Central Cast.
What
Said,
up,
can I
Central
use
Cast?
my super chat credits to get y'all signatures? And Acho, you don't got to accept my DM for me to send you one. But I sent you one last message, and then I'm done DMing you. So, Shady, basically what he's saying is he's not paying $88 for a signature because he sent so many super chats, so you're going to sign his merch. That's what he said. He's strong-arming you for your signature. How you feel about that?
I don't touch none of that chat money. I don't even know where it goes.
Yeah, that's facts.
Well, I don't either, but you think if he sent $500 worth of super chats, you got to sign the merch. It's just I know the boss in between us is going to tell you to sign it, bro.
I can't confirm that.
Wow. Well, listen, that's all I got from the super chats,
Ethan,
man.
do what you're supposed to do, please. Beautiful people, appreciate y'all riding with us. Hopefully we provided a smile, a laugh, at least a little alleviation from a stressful time in the world. Your week starts off tomorrow. Hopefully we made it a little bit brighter. Make sure you share this show with somebody. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so. That's kind of how we make things happen here in the Speakeasy. Hit the alert button so you can be notified anytime we go live, anytime we drop a video. That's after you hit the subscribe button. You do not want to miss any of the content that we are dropping. Remember, NFL Draft, 5 p.m. Pacific time this Thursday. We will start at 5 p.m., go until 9 p.m. Pacific time. It will be live. We will be giving away maybe $3,000 on that Thursday. It's just going to be a fun hang during the show. Going to be a full kick it.
Whoa, time out. I didn't know.
I'm back.
Yeah.
What we doing? What we making?
We doing what?
On Thursday, we're giving away some.
I won't be here.
You're not going to be here.
What?
Uncle Bubba,
How can you win?
You just got to watch the show. We just giving away bread.
But I'm saying, what do you mean 3,000? How you do that?
Shady, push your mic back away from you so I can get out the show, please. Hey, from your boy Emmanuel Acho, hosting on today from the Eagles' all-time rushing leader, my dog, 252 Live. That's Shady McCoy. From the best social person in all of the industry, that is Social Trey. And from everybody in the back, make some noise in the back, please.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
Hey, we back at it tomorrow, 11:15 p.m. Eastern time. We will see y'all then. Until then, it's love. Peace.
Prayers for Lil Sean, man.
This dude out here.